Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Monday sound stream where my friend's icons did not load. There we go. Thanks, OBS. Uh, immediately off to a great start. How's everybody doing?
I'm back.
He's back.
Yeah.
He's not
I'm
sick, and
back.
he didn't die. And the icons
Yeah,
just vanished. There they are.
I caught a bad fever last week that made me like literally bedridden for the whole week. Yeah, I don't get paid this week. Oh boy. They saved that money for that time changer this week. But anyways, I'm back. I'm fine. I might hack here and there, but like I'm mostly okay, thankfully. Um, but yeah. How about you, Kels? Do you enjoy that state of play?
No. But I did enjoy the dog show I went to over the weekend.
Please tell the story for everybody.
Oh.
It's good.
Am I? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I go to the dog show because I did like we it's like a contract thing on Upwork. They're like, you cover the dog show, we'll pay you. I'm like, cool. So I go to the dog show. They let me in free. That was cool. And I'm just videotaping everything and taking pictures like they want. I talked to one guy. I had to strike up a conversation with this one guy, this one exhibitor at the dog show. I said, dude, tell me your story. I need to know. And he tells me a story that he's from Arizona and he makes dog cologne and dog perfume because in Arizona and where you live, Sana, too, in New Mexico, like it's so dry that like perfumes and stuff like that don't really last. So he was like, I want to make something that lasts and so that you'd want to wear. And I'm like, cool. But he didn't answer my main question, though, which is how did he get the name? Because if you don't know, his name, chat, you know how some fancy perfumes have eau de toilette, eau de this?
Yes.
His name was eau de bitches. And I wanted to know what his name, why he got that name.
Welcome, Power Packer 90s to Sound Squadron Rookie.
Thank you for
so
joining.
much.
Keeping the baseline afloat. Thank you for doing that. I call the channel memberships the baseline because, like, you guys, that's the revenue guaranteed, and that helps keep the lights on.
Thank you.
Yes.
Funny enough, you mentioned the wet dog. Like, yeah, that's one of the things we were talking about. We were like, yeah, you don't want to smell like wet dog.
Yeah.
So like, he actually made the perfume smell like human perfume. It's actually nice.
Yeah, that's pretty nice.
But yeah, no, that name just tripped me up. Oh, they bitches. And he had a dog there, just the mascot. I'm like, you know what? This is technically correct, I guess. Like,
yeah, technically correct.
The best kind of correct.
Yep. Sam, I have a proposal to bring back Month of Monsters.
Oh, God.
You want to hear it?
Sure.
Instead of just regular Month of Monsters, you know what you do for this year?
Yeah.
You should call it Month of Digital Monsters instead.
Oh.
I like the thought process there. If I didn't also have to do a Tron video this month, I would.
Hey, that's digital. That's digital.
That's true. Jared Leto is a digital monster, right?
He's just a
weapon of war.
It's not real. He's just a digital construct. Well,
the
way to beat him is to just don't look.
We could do something like that.
Just don't look.
What else is going on in October?
I'll
have to think that. That's a solid idea. Gotta figure out how to execute it.
It's the best of what's the thing they use in all the old Digimon marketing? It's best of mankind this week.
Best of mankind. Yeah, I mean, I definitely have like a Digimon video as the first video of October, so planning. There will actually, now that I think about it, there's 2 Digimon videos this week that I've already shot. One's already done. See, tomorrow's short is Digimon themed because it's Digimon. It's a pretty heavy Digimon week coming up, right? Like, we got Time Stranger on Friday, and then on Sunday Beat Break premieres, which is just awesome.
That's Sunday for us or Sunday in Japan?
Sunday Japan.
So that'll be Saturday for us, isn't it?
Hypothetically. As J4 Jason says, Universal Monsters tier stream. I have been real tempted to do that. That might also just happen for the heck of it. Definitely thinking about it. So yeah, no, there's a lot of Digimon coming up, which is why I was like, I was like, let me do a Digimon short this week. And then I got a Digimon video on Wednesday, which is an update to the Digimon viewing guide. And the reason that's a Wednesday video is because
I was thinking about that actually
yeah,
about the because I know you did one, but
I got a
kind
couple
of
comments that were like, "You updating it now?" And I'm like, "Probably should." It was one of those things that hadn't crossed my mind, but then I realized, oh yeah, there's a bunch of stuff, especially in availability. There's a lot of availability updates more than anything.
Did you do that before Ghost Game or during Ghost Game?
I did it before Zero to the beginning, so it included Ghost Game already.
There too. Okay. Because it's been so long, yeah.
Yeah, so it's been like almost 2 years, and in that time we've gotten let's see, there was a couple things I updated on Zero to the beginning, and then did a thing about the Digimon Adventure Beyond PV. And then most of it is, hey, Discotek put this out now. So so that's kind of fun.
That was the dub, were the new dubs out at that time?
They hadn't even announced the movies at that time. They had just released Adventure subbed when that video came out. So lots to talk about. But it's Wednesday's video instead of Friday's because Friday videos, like videos that are longer, tend to be better on Fridays because they can play through the weekend. Unlike movies that play through the weekend, but the shorter videos do better on Wednesdays. So the viewing guide update's going to be a lot shorter than the comic haul. So that's why that's going out on Wednesday, and then the comic haul will go out on Friday. So that's the plan.
Speaking of Digimon, because getting the Digimon hype. Me and my partner have been his first time watching. Well, he watched it a little bit, but it's my first rewatch of it. We've been watching Frontiers recently because he didn't. Because he hasn't. He only saw like a little bit of Frontiers as a kid, so like we decided we should rewatch Frontiers, and it's been great. We just got to Kaiser Greymon and Magna Gurumon's debut.
Mm-hmm.
And Frontiers is great. I think it did start out pretty. I don't want to say rough, but it's kind of remind me of Adventure, where because I also feel like Adventure also started pretty rough, where it was not the best, but like because there's some great. I'll tell you, they kind of treated Zoe badly in their first couple episodes.
They treat Zoe badly in a lot of it.
Yeah, I know. Like she didn't really get better into.
Are you watching
like,
subbed or dubbed?
Dub.
Oh, good. Oh, good. So it cut out all the creepy stuff that makes me uncomfortable to watch the Japanese version.
There was some stuff. I'm surprised they still kept in.
The stuff they kept in was the tame stuff.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
They cut all the upskirt shots and all the JP romanticizing, like having 10 babies with her, and
because I know, I didn't know that was that bad. Because I just know he had a crush. I didn't know it got that bad.
No, like he has like one of those like little dreams like in his head where he's like, we have 10 babies and life is wonderful, and I'm like, she doesn't even like you. She doesn't even like you.
Yeah. So we've been watching, but like once like the Beast Spirit arc started is when the show really picked up, because that's when they knew what they were doing in the digital, when they met Serafimon and such, and it's been great. I think especially like I think people talk about the Ken redemption arc in Zero, which I love also, but I think the Koichi Duskmon arc is like legitimately fantastic, and also like my god. I may realize, like, unless they confirm more later, like, God, like, I kind of realize how, like, dummy Koichi and Koji's father is, because the way they imply that, like, the way how it sounds, they said it, and I don't know, maybe the dub changed things, but the sounds of it doesn't, is that, because the reason why Koichi and Koji don't know each other, because Koji's father said his mother is dead, but no, she's
she's actually alive. Yep.
Why? But because the way how it sounds like, it sounds like it wasn't like a mutual divorce. It feels like he left her, like Koji's father left her with another woman. I'm not sure it's like cheating, but like,
yeah, I think that actually the sub confirms that, is that like that Koji's father like left their mother, took Koji, left Koichi behind, and then just was like, your mother's dead, don't worry about that.
Yeah, I'm like, my God, like
he is a monster. Like, you want to talk about a digital monster? I mean, that man's just a straight up monster. He's like he's one of the most evil people to ever exist in Digimon.
Yeah, I'm like, Jesus Christ, like, and like, the fact that like I just took that just from what they said in the dub, I think shows how good the Frontiers dub is.
Yeah, the dubs are great because
Um,
like they have like they sometimes won't outright say like the darker parts, but they'll leave you with enough so you know what's going on.
I'm not, yeah, because I'm not sure, because I know Frontier was on UPN a lot of places, but I feel like there's stuff that I feel like with it being on UPN is why I think some of the stuff is still kept. A lot of mature themes is still kept in.
Yeah. But then again, even that,
Especially the
even Tamers kept some of the mature stuff, like the fact
oh,
that
definitely.
that
Well, because
Jury was a
That's true.
beat,
Yep.
was an abused
Wolf.
child. Like that's still kept, and that aired
yeah,
on Fox Kids.
yeah, because I think we discussed that the reason why the original 3 season dubs are pretty damn like faithful is because what Saban owned Fox, was it?
Yeah,
And that's why
Saban owns Fox Family and Fox Kids, so they just hand waved it. And then the other reason they're so faithful as well is because they had like a 5 month turnaround, so they didn't have time to think about changing anything. Like they just
yeah,
because they were just
and
like clicking them out, and they have a 5 month turnaround, which means they had no time to slow down and like make any changes. They were just like, let's just add some jokes and go.
yeah.
Yeah.
So like Frontiers, I'm pretty sure it's Studiopolis. I think they still kept a lot of the same people
Yeah,
on
a lot of the
board.
same. I think it was
For
the same exact like director for the dub and same writers and all that.
yeah.
They just moved over. Yeah,
I think Data Squad is pretty damn similar because they kept a lot of the stuff. I think Data Squad's still pretty damn good.
yeah. Jeff
I
Nimoy talked about how he didn't want to cut anything, and he didn't run into any problems besides like Citramon having to exist in place of Bomber Nannymon.
the only things I know they changed for Data Squad is that, and they covered some cleavage during oh, I forget. Lotusmon, the bio evolve
Yeah,
girl. That's I actually watched.
they had some cleavage coverage, and they had to make an orange out of a bomb.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Data Squad's gonna be the next rewatch. I can't wait because I love Data Squad. But man, like, because we said that because I decided for curiosity's sake, because like
Mm.
I want to check out Fusions because it's been so long. Because I know my
Yeah.
partner has not seen anything at Cross Wars,
Yeah.
and I'm like, I already knew that I was gonna watch Cross Wars say at Fusion, but like, okay, let me just actually watch Fusions to see how bad was it. Oh God, like
Hmm.
not only like there's like multiple things where like one, I really don't think the dub script is good. Even like I watched the Japanese and English back to back, but like, and while some scenes are pretty on point, the added jokes are really distracting because I noticed that, like the added jokes back in the Saban days were during comedic scenes and not serious scenes, which is
Yes.
the problem with the Fusion dub script. And two, the editing. I don't know what happened with the editing, but yikes, it's like nauseous. Like it was nauseous editing where it feels like things.
It makes TikTok attention spans seem lengthy.
Yeah, I know,
Oh,
right?
wow.
Whereas,
Yeah.
yeah, like
I
they
watched
had time
through
to
the
watch.
entire Fusion dub. I do not recommend anybody do that. Like,
Yeah,
do
and
not
like it was,
recommend.
and yeah, like the editing was pretty. Like I don't know, like they
Like,
sped
you
finished
really
up.
don't need Decker Dramon, like, dropping a dad joke as he dies, but that's what Fusion does.
I know which guy, and like also like God, like I actually cause I like the dub scores for the first 5 seasons, but no Camille's. I think that's the music composer. No
Yeah.
Camille's because I know you did the Neil Saban there. Like even
It's
like I
weird
think
how
Digi
that guy
itself.
really, like, took, like, he's really good on Code Lyoko and Dino Charge, and the rest of his scores are crap.
Yeah, it's not like I don't think the music's bad, but like it's so out of place. I think it's
Yeah.
the problem I have with Fusion.
And
Like
it's
it
funny
felt like something.
considering Adventure and Zero Two's dub scores are all reused from Spider-Man.
Yeah, and but like man, like the music in Fusion did not fit any of the scenes at
Nope.
all. And such like also like it's just I like because I was air on Nicktoons like that like the weird like censoring got too like and look my crossover was really horny, so I
Mm,
get it, but like some of the changes it's kind of ridiculous because I know like it's weird because there are changes that were they changed names that were already well established in the English mythos
yep.
for them. Like they call Lilithmon Lalamon or Lalamon in the dub, even though
Yeah.
Lilithmon was already established at this point for her name. So it's like,
Really?
But they weren't allowed to
yeah, because
refer to her as Lilith because of, like,
But
some
you. Oh,
stupid
huh.
broadcast standard.
Yeah, religious stuff.
yeah, like the
Yeah.
broadcast center
Yeah.
really hit Fusion's bad and such like that. Let's see. I think regarding Digimon,
I never saw
how favorable
fusions.
was the series to the Japanese with
With
Gamers
Tamers,
Frontiers
Frontier, and Data
and
Squad.
the
All the dubs except for Fusion are honestly pretty faithful to their Japanese versions. Sometimes they improve. Like I think the Digimon Tri dub infinitely improves Digimon Tri as an experience. Because they do this thing where the characters talk to each other. In the Japanese version, they have a bunch of awkward silences where it's like, it feels like you should be saying something here. And then they just
That's one of the times where that actually works.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, people talk about like overdubbing, but it's like, in the case of Tri, it did feel like, Agumon and Tai looking into the sunset for a minute and a half with no dialogue feels like, why are we looking at this? I mean, it was a budget saver because they were trying to stretch out the runtime. But like in the dub, it just gives them like a little back and forth that doesn't like change anything, but it just feels like, oh yeah, they would be saying something
more
here.
Character, yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
Like it doesn't waste its time the way that Japanese Tri does. Japanese Tri is just like, here's a bunch of empty space, and it's like,
Fusion's the only dub that failed for kids ish. And I think that's because a lot of it because it was airing on like Nicktoons, so it had a lot of the.
It started on Nickelodeon, then it got downgraded to Nicktoons after like episode 10.
Yes, and that's I think because when you air on one of those like big cable channels, I feel like the public, plus the TV standards are much more stricter than your own your own.
I don't remember exactly, but I feel like you can get Nickelodeon without cable, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's it. That's the difference because Cartoon Network is like cable only, right? And so they could get away with more on Toonami, but because Nickelodeon is like it's on normal broadcast TV, like that changes everything. Like all the standards are different at that point.
So like the Fusion dub loves title cards for some reason, and not like title labels. Like every episode must have to reintroduce every character by putting their name on the screen. Like, yes, we know that's Shotmon. You don't have to keep playing on every.
That's
episode.
A Nickelodeon mandate. They made them do that on Power Rangers with like stuff. It's like you always have to say names of things in case this is the kid's first episode.
Oh, okay. That's because that's why.
Blade Raider says he hasn't seen Nickelodeon without cable. I don't know. I haven't watched live TV in years, so like I'm not.
I think it's on more packages than.
It's probably on more packages.
Yeah, I think that's the case.
Yeah.
Scenario.
It's just really funny when you look at like 02 dropping a strip poker joke as a casual line drop, and then you go to Fusion. It's like we can't call her Lilithmon. Such a dichotomy. Yeah.
It's the Adventure the Adventure 2020. That's on the dub because I know that weirdness of that dub was on the Microsoft store, but that's on.
I think it hit
Hulu,
Crunchyroll.
right?
I don't think it's on.
No,
Hulu.
it's not. It's not on Crunchyroll.
Oh, where is it? I know it's streaming somewhere, but like Hulu never finished simulcasting that show. It was weird.
I think it was Hulu. Last I checked, it was announced to be on Hulu.
Oh, it's no longer on Hulu.
Oh God. Hope that gets
because when they were simulcasting it, they got to episode 50, and then just stopped because they said, "Oh, we only contracted for 50 episodes," and then just didn't renew it for the rest of the show. Because I was watching it on Hulu. Yeah, it's only on Crunchyroll now.
I think that's the problem. I think that's probably why the Ghost Game dub's in that limbo state, because we know there is some kind of resistance to it, but like, I think the problem is I think Toei doesn't know where to put it, even though like just put it
add
it to your
because Hulu has all of Ghost Game. Pretty sure.
Yeah, just add to your existing contracts. Like just put the dub on Crunchyroll. You don't need to announce it; just put it on there and such like that.
I thought Ghost Game was on Hulu, but it's not.
But so like I think Toei need to like sit down and like pick some kind of platform you want to be on. God damn it.
Yeah, that's kind of like the issue is like, because like Toei does this with One Piece. Like they have to release in 13 episode batches, and they have to release the dub in those batches, and it has to go to the Microsoft Store first before it goes to Crunchyroll, and then it goes to Netflix years later.
Yeah, so like at least in that case, that dub goes onto Crunchyroll. Like, why can't you just put the Digimon?
Mostly because Crunchyroll makes the dub. I just don't like. I think the only way to watch Digimon Adventure 2020 dub is to buy it. Which
it's expensive because it's not like you buy one complete thing; is you have to buy in parts. Remember, right? So.
Yeah, I'm gonna check here. I'm gonna check what the price is on Vudu or Fandango at home. Okay.
Emil, what is Ghost Game? What is Ghost Game? What's it about? Check out Sounds.
Check out my viewing guide on Digimon. I made it 2 years ago, but still accurate. Okay, so to buy Digimon Adventure 2020 dubbed is $22.49. for the first 13 episodes. Hold on, there's 5 batches, and they get more expensive as they go. So, let me do math here. Okay, that's right. I don't have parentheses on my phone calculator, so I'm going to do this on the old scientific calculator. This is what I do for everybody. So we got 2249 times 3, which, if it would help if this worked, there we go. And we're adding 2239 times 2. So that'll be $112.25 if you want to watch Ghost Games dub.
2020's dub.
Sorry, yeah, 2020's
Really?
dub. I mean, also, if they release Ghost Games dub the same exact way, it'd be the same exact price.
Yeah. Yikes.
$113 to buy it digitally.
Like, yeah. Look, at that point, like,
That's
this release series.
$113 too much.
If
Like, there's just a series on home media
Discotek put
already.
this show out on Blu-ray, it would not be this expensive. This is why, look, I know there's like multiple options and stuff. This is why I say digital purchases of movies and TV shows are stupid. Because like everything's priced insanely high, and you're not even getting like anything from it besides like an access code to a digital file. Like,
I've been saying that for years too.
Yeah,
Seeing
no.
games.
This is like, actually, this is even more worthless than games, because games you can at least download.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah. Well, like, you know how like you're paying $80 and you're not even.
Yeah.
You don't get a manual. You don't get a book.
So it looks like, I guess the 2020 dub was on Hulu at one point, but it's not there anymore. I don't think there's any Digimon on Hulu at the moment, at least what I can tell.
Until like Beat Break comes out, because that's like the only confirmed streaming platform.
Yes,
right?
I love how Toei's like, or Hulu's like, oh, we dropped the last Digimon show we simulcast, but we're going to be the exclusive home of it this time.
Like, I hope. Like, I mean, let's hope. Like,
okay, you can watch Digimon Adventure on. You can watch Digimon Adventure on Hulu, where half the episodes are marked dub and half of them aren't, but it's still the dub.
Okay, for 2020?
For Adventure Original.
Okay, original. Okay.
Zero 2 is also up there.
Toei needs to find a permanent place to put Digimon. Like, be like what Macross, like the Macross literally said, we're making Hulu / Disney Plus our permanent home for Macross. Like, Toei needs to make a decision of like, where do you want Digimon already?
Because it's all over the place. What Crunchyroll's got.
Crunchyroll has 2020 has Digimon 2020, Ghost Game, Crossroads, and Atmon.
And Hulu has OG. I know that.
And also, I mean, they have trials, but they get tries like free everywhere.
They have Adventure, Tamers, and Frontier on Disney Plus via Hulu. For some reason, you can't watch 02. Yeah. Okay. So Adventure 02, Tamers, and Frontier you can watch through Hulu. But if you go, so here it is on Hulu. So I'm not logging in on my.
So I was watching Adventure on Hulu actually a couple of weeks ago.
So you got those, but if you go on Disney Plus, if you use Hulu through Disney Plus, it just gives you Adventure, Tamers, and Frontier. 02 is just missing.
What the world?
Yeah, that happens. I've seen that happen. Like, let me go see if they fixed it. But Dragon Ball, if you want to watch Dragon Ball Kai, if you want to watch Dragon Ball Kai through Hulu. Or through Disney Plus on Hulu, there was, I don't know if it's fixed, it might be fixed. There was an issue when they first launched the integration where you could watch 6 episodes of Kai. The rest were just missing in the Disney Plus app. But you could watch all of it on Hulu. Yeah, okay, they got all of it now on Disney Plus. All green tinted. But look, you can only watch Super, Z-Kai, and Daima, and Broly on Disney Plus's app, but if you go to Hulu for Dragon Ball, you can watch Super, Daima, and Z-Kai. Okay, maybe that's all they have. I guess they took off Dragon Ball and Z that used to be there. Dang, Demon Slayer is on. Oh, the first 11 episodes of Demon Slayer. Oh no, sorry, Entertainment District for Demon Slayer is on Hulu, but not anything else.
Netflix has all of Demon Slayer. Sure, except for The only thing they
Oh
don't
wait,
have
wait.
the.
It's all on there on Hulu. I'm sorry, I just didn't look at the right tab.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyways, but yeah, no, Netflix. I like the way Netflix has done it, where it's all under one show page. Like Netflix
Yeah,
has this
and
one show page, and they're each seasons in it instead of like 5 separate pages.
the copium of Beat Break on Hulu is same day dub. I doubt it.
No, they confirmed no dub.
Okay, because I know
Yeah.
the cat. The Cat's Eye. Actually, I had to watch the first episode of the new Cat's Eye.
Cat's Eye
Was
does
that
have a
confirmed
dub.
Yeah, but was that confirmed before the release? That dub. I know. I don't know if that's.
I don't remember.
I have no idea
Yes.
because the marketing, as usual, was a complete mess.
Yep. I watched the first episode. I really liked it for Cat's Eye.
Yeah, it was
Cat's
fun.
Eye. I'm not sure you think.
I enjoyed it because it feels like a good fresh take on it.
I mean, it also feeling classic. I don't know, like, I was watching, like, man, this really does feel like a classic '80s series, manga series. But like, I like that.
Yeah,
about it.
it is definitely like it's 100% classic. It's not like reinventing the wheel, which is what I really appreciated.
I mean, my partner were joking about how like it's definitely still like an '80s like script, but like they have modern day technology in the episodes, so which is funny.
Mhm. Let's see. I'm looking through articles on Beat Break at the moment because let's see. Okay, here's an article about Hulu. Apparently, One Punch Man is not streaming simulcast.
Like, oh yeah, because season 2 is coming out.
Yeah,
this
so
fall,
season 3 of One Punch Man is starting October 5th, and Hulu originally listed One Punch Man to debut on October 12th, but then told Anime News Network that date's not confirmed. So it was already going to be a week late, but now it's just up in the air. Man, what is wrong with the anime industry right now?
You know, thinking like Final Fantasy season 3 was always weird already because like there was like we didn't hear anything about that season until like last minute. I heard.
I feel like that's the case with every single anime. We find out like 2 weeks before it airs that it's coming out, and maybe it's like 2 weeks to a month, but like it feels like it's insanely last minute when we find out these shows are coming.
Because I feel like they're very much like because since like anime is very much seasonal control. It feels like we don't want to announce anything unless you're like a big show like My Hero, because My Hero like got like the final season trailer like months beforehand. But like you know like next season no anime won't get trailers into like the like 2 weeks before the season starts. It feels like I know this.
Yeah. Okay, checking the official Hulu What's Coming page. It says on Sunday, October 5th, Hulu Digimon Beat Break subbed Toei premiere. But it does not list a dub option as well. And that's on the official page, so there we go. Now, there could be a dub and they just don't care to tell us, but it did specifically say subbed. So.
That happens sometimes.
It happens all the time. Remember what happened with the Sandland dub? Or the Ultraman Omega dub, which finally premiered in the US at LA Comic-Con.
Oh, LA Comic-Con. I was like, wait, where?
Yep. LA Comic-Con showed the first 2 dubbed episodes, and we're still waiting, I think, till November for... It's because they're doing like a batch is going to go on all the streaming services.
I have to say, how long is it taking?
Too long, because apparently it's been done. It's been airing in Southeast Asia with its English dub. Simulcast. No idea why everybody else is like, you have to wait 12 episodes. I do... Like, the more I cover this stuff and the more I look at this industry, the less I understand what is going on anymore. Because there's a lot of tried and true tactics that have always worked. And I watch every studio completely ignore every tried and true tactic.
I know, right?
And every single time, it backfires in their face. And then I'm like, so why are you ignoring the tried and true tactics if your new tactic has no chance of succeeding? Just do things like you normally would. It's very weird.
The most consistent I've seen from like all the are we specifically talk about anime specifically?
No, I mean all
like,
studios across the planet.
Okay, all studios. Oh,
Yeah.
I mean, our first topic. It came out like what, a week early? Because was it meant to come out like this week?
Oh, Marvel Zombies, yeah. Announce a date, change the date last minute. Don't tell anybody you changed the date. Why didn't anyone watch this? Remember what happened to Eyes of Wakanda? That thing got bounced around like a ping pong ball.
I know, right?
Yeah. It also, big issue with Disney. They're like, let's put out 3 trailers 2 weeks before the show airs. Don't. Just put out 1 trailer at that point. There's no point to continue to throw out trailers. Yet you already waited too late to market it. Just, stop showing so much of a 4-episode show. Anyways, let's get to the PSAs, because we've been on this topic for a little bit longer than we should. But it's okay.
We love Digimon.
I also don't have any.
Digimon.
I don't have any Digimon news. It's a big Digimon week, and I have no Digimon news. This is our Digimon talk for the stream for Digimon.
If you have more Digimon topics you want us to talk about, super chat us.
Yes. But at appropriate times. If it's during a news story, we will hold it till we have a gap. All right. So last week on the channel, did the Ninja Turtles IDW reading guide. Didn't realize there'd be a Humble Bundle going up like 2 days later. So cool timing. That was not planned. It just happened.
It makes me like, cause that turtle video, great video, but also cause I was thinking oh, maybe I should just wait to get that big omnibus figure, big companion omnibus figure do, but comparing what you said, the miniseries are important, so I'm not sure, so I'm maybe I should stick with the hardcovers, cause I imagine that would save me money to get those. I don't want to feel like I'm missing out on a big part of the story.
Because what they'll do in the main book is they'll be like Casey and April will come back from a road trip, and they'll be like, "Hey, do you guys know who the Rat King is?" And then they'll be like, "No, we don't know who the Rat King is." And they'll be like, "Let's tell you a story." And then it's like, readers, go read Casey and April. And then they don't tell you, they don't feel the main book doesn't give you recaps. It just tells you where to go read a story.
Yeah.
That's actually, it's kind of a problem with the book at the same time, which is that the Rat King is the main villain of the last major arc of the book, and he debuts in the Casey and April miniseries. So, yeah, it's hard to recommend just reading the main book. It's I think those compendium omnibus things are good if you've read everything and you're like, I just want to own the main book. Because I feel like there's a lot of context that's lost in the side material. Which is it's the downside of connected universes, right? When there's too much context and side material.
I mean, isn't that the problem isn't that the problem with the relaunch right now?
Yeah, the problem with the relaunch is the exact same issue. Except I even go further to say the relaunch has a problem of
there's too many.
There's too many
books.
Yeah.
Books now.
Exactly. With this series, consistently, at most there was 2 books at a time. It was usually a main book and a miniseries. And then when they did Universe, they didn't do any miniseries. So there was 2 books at a time, maybe a special event here and there. Whereas with them, they launched with 3 ongoings. 2 of them got canceled, so they launched 2 more ongoings. And it's you're missing what worked before. Again, the tried and true tactics of what already worked. Is that having 2 Turtles books a month in the same continuity kept everything nice and tight, and somebody could read it all. Whereas you put 3, and especially with how they did it, where one of them was a $6 book, people are going to drop one of them, inevitably. So there's that. Andreas, I did not get my Kaiser Greymon, and I won't be for a little while because I got to wait for the U.S. distribution, because my country currently has an $80 minimum fee on any package coming from outside the U.S. Thanks.
Oh, is that back? Is that back now?
Yeah, it's happening. It's back and it's happening, and people are getting invoiced, so frickin' sucks. I don't know any other way to put it. Spin Dash can tell, because he mentioned how he had to pay a fee for his thing.
Okay, because I wasn't because I wasn't sure the state, because it was it's that's why every Japanese shop.
That's why Japan Post cut off sending packages to the U.S. Yes.
And such, but now because
DHL and FedEx are still sending things through, but then you have to pay a fee if they come through.
Okay, because I wasn't sure, because I always was unsure if you pay the fee when you buy the ship, you pay for the shipping or not.
Some places have been doing that because they prepay the fee. Other places you get charged when it shows up, and it seems to be a complete toss-up because.
Yeah, because is that the case? Because I don't know because I mostly use HOJ, so I don't know how anyone who buys from HOJ, can you confirm? Do you have to pay invoice later? Or do you have to pay?
From what I've seen from people, it will list import duty fees in your invoice when you pay for it, and if you don't see that, then you're gonna get hit with something else. That's what I understand it as. If it says it in your invoice when you pay for it, then you're probably covered. but if it doesn't, then you're going to get tagged on it when it shows up in the U.S.
Oh, well,
As Mr.
well,
Doogie said,
who-
that's the fun part. They don't even have they don't have a structure how this works, and everyone has to make their own version on the fly. Yes, because like a lot of things, and I don't want to overstep here, but like a lot of things currently happening, changes are made to things that worked because the people that made the changes do not understand how the things worked, why they worked, and why we kept them that way for the extended period of time. And so as soon as it's changed, then everybody's like, "What? How does this work now?" Because this change doesn't make sense to how this thing operates, and that is one of the things. So
where do you even send the money when you get to pay the invoice? You just pay it like send the invoice to like UPS or wherever.
I think you have to send it to the
I
carrier,
wondered about that.
and I don't know where the carrier sends that money to. Like presumably to the U.S. government, but I don't know for sure.
Ugh.
It's a mess. I've put a complete hold on importing anything.
I'm about to say, I feel like I need to cancel some
Yeah,
orders now.
Ami put a complete hold on stuff because they currently have no way to ship to the U.S. because they lost their DHL contract, and they never had FedEx, and they were using like exclusively EMS for the last few months, but Japan Post is cut off, so they're just like, so Ami sent this email. They're like, we're gonna hold on to your orders. We'll let you know if we ever can send them again. Like they're like, don't
Because, like-
cancel anything, don't pay for anything. We're just hold on to them for now.
Yeah, because I pre-ordered the S&P Time Robo because I saw it on HOJ. It was like, oh, only $62. I'm like, that's like
Yep.
surprisingly cheap. Maybe ordered it, but now hearing all this, like, oh, you should cancel that maybe now. A little scenario like that.
I mean, that's far enough out. You can wait till it's like, because like with how everything's been, it could change on a dime, right? Like
Yeah, 'cause
tomorrow
that-
they could
that-
take it away, and then we're not paying fees anymore. So
Yeah, because it said it's coming January. Like a lot of my pre-orders
Yeah.
are like January. Are you like the only pre-orders that coming in this because HOJ has like a 6 month, like you have a 6 month period. So like a lot of my remaining pre-orders that comes out this year are only like 3 items, I think.
Yeah.
Or no, there's multiple items, but still like I think I could wait. And besides, they're like some of them are like November and December. Essentially that. I think the only October pre-order I have for HOJ, I think it's the Figma Solid Snake and one of the Fire Emblem statues, and that's it. So like I think I could safely wait.
I would
into
say wait
things.
until it's like it's coming out this week and the thing's still in place, kind of thing. Like my thing of how I've been handling it all year is deal with it when it comes and slaps you in the face. Like know it's coming. That slap is coming, right? And you can plan for it. But like until it actually is coming to hit you, like I don't make any drastic moves. Like that's kind of my.
I'm not
my
gonna
way of
cancel
doing it.
anything. I'm not gonna cancel anything yet until like it gets bad scenario
Yeah.
like that. Yeah.
Exactly. Blade Raider, I've been doing the same thing Blade Raider said, which is I'm only using based in the U.S. sites that do the importing, not me. I'm not dealing with this directly. That's kind of how I've been doing. I've been doing Big Bad Toy Store and Toku Collectibles because I'm like, well, they're handling that part of it because the fee thing only applies to person-to-person packages, not freight shipments. So the only thing that affects freight shipments is tariffs, whereas this fee thing is like, a company sent you a personal package. Now you have to pay that fee to get it.
I think I should probably use Big Bad more on terms of because I think I only use Hobby Link because I saw it first there, and some there's the items were like, oh, I pre-ordered this model kit because I don't know if Big Bad will carry it, but then I seen the next day on Big Bad, like, oh, it's there on Big Bad now, I guess.
I love how this also
now,
fits under our banner of PSAs.
yeah, because it is a big important thing to talk about. So like again, until things get bad, I'm gonna keep most of my HLJ pre-orders, but if things do get bad, I'll cancel those, and hopefully, if they're still available on Big Bad, I'll order them there. Scenario like that.
And as Muteki mentioned, there is an appeals court hearing in October, so maybe this will get resolved soon.
Hopefully, I mean, that's the hopefully.
Hopefully, before the next thing hits us, just keep your head above water. I was about to start singing a song that's completely unrelated, and I stopped myself.
Yeah, you don't doom post yet. Only we're still in. We're all right, but keep a good eye out, people.
Kaijin Edgy 4 says, when are the streams and videos going to be tariffed? I mean, technically they already have, because like that the thing is that like obviously that you can't tariff. Let me say this for everybody in the back as well. You can't tariff something put to film. But But you know, like if you guys have noticed, I've had a bit of a shift in content on the channel where I've been doing more comics and Blu-rays, which everyone's been supportive of, and I super appreciate that. Because yeah, importing toys is not really working super great, right? Because of the prices. And then we also got stuff like Hasbro where I'm looking at like, I don't want to pay that much for a Transformer. You know, like that kind of thing going on. So this stuff has affected the channel, but I think I've pivoted well enough that we got, you know, I mean, I haven't slowed down in content production, that's for sure. But you know,
What's sad is, like, I mean, yeah, we talk about the toys, but let's not forget that the tariffs also affects the books and home media,
yes.
because what books are on made in Canada and discs are usually made in Mexico.
Well,
Am I correct?
all discs are made in Mexico. Pretty universally, all discs are made in Mexico. It's where the replicator machines are. But books can be made in Canada, Turkey, some in China. Like there's publishers all over the place, right? But what it is that the people releasing discs and comics know the niche market and know that if you outprice your niche market, your business will collapse. Hasbro, listen to the book and DVD Blu-ray makers because they have it right. The prices have gone up, but it's like we bumped it a little bit. It's not like we're charging $8 more for a Voyager class. And I think
I love all my you know, because with all the pre-orders for Big Bad, I like, you know, I get like tariff like surcharge, but like, oh, your figure will now cost like from 87 to 80, from like 79 to 81. Like, oh, that's not bad at all. I could take that.
it sucks that it has to go up, but it's like, you know, a couple bucks.
It's only $1. It's only $1 or $2. That's fine. Hasbro, hey, your Mixmaster was 35. Now it's 41. Like, thanks.
Yeah, exactly. I think out of everything, the Hasbro stuff 100%, like those prices, like their prices will be affected by tariffs, but the extent at which they're raising the prices just feels to me like we have a captive audience and we can keep raising the prices. And that's not, of course, any designer's fault. That's all business and marketing. But it is one of those things that like it's starting to get to the point where like you start to throw a price at me, and I already don't like paying $25 for a deluxe Transformer. At 28, I'm gonna be super picky. It's just ultimately how it's gonna be. I ain't buying any Black Series at $28. They ain't even worth 25. They barely worth 20. You know, I think a lot of us put up with 25, and I think Hasbro's about to learn how many of us cannot put up with 28. So we'll see how it goes. On that note, though, the other video last week was a Blu-ray video.
You mean a Darkstalkers video?
Yes, it's a Darkstalkers video. So, I never do clickbait, right, guys? I never do clickbait. I hold myself real good to not do clickbait. I don't do anything misleading in my thumbnails or my titles. I make sure you know what I'm talking about. Now, that does mean sometimes I lure you into a trap thinking it's a 47-minute video where I'm going to give equal time to all 4 Blu-ray titles, and not that I'm cramming the first 3 into 20 minutes so I can spend the last 27 minutes talking about the Darkstalkers cartoon from the 90s. But I hope you'll appreciate the fact that I went through the effort to watch the entire show before reviewing it.
To be fair, I think you did a good job with the Mega Man segment. I think
you
did really good. The Mega Man segment was really good, and plus, like, I love that show so much. Also, I love that menu so much.
Yeah,
I love Mega Man and Darkstalkers. Beautiful menus. I want to see more stuff like that, please.
I'm planning to get the Street Fighter set when the next round of pre-orders go up, and then I'll probably just cover the Street Fighter set at that point because it also has an animated menu.
The Capcom trilogy.
Exactly.
The 90s Capcom cartoon trilogy.
Exactly. Yeah, that was just like, my thought process was, I will never have another chance like this to talk about the 90s Darkstalkers cartoon. So I'm going to just put it all in here.
So what are some of the highlights of the Darkstalkers cartoon?
Episode 6, where they actually talk about Hasenko's backstory.
No, not good.
Not the good highlights? Not them killing Anita's parents on screen?
No, like the funniest, like you had to pause the episode to just to take what they did in kind of moments.
God, there was There was this moment where Dimitri and Morgan are on a talk show, and I thought that was what the episode was going to be about, because I've seen that clip so many times. I'm like, oh, is this going to be like a wacky episode where they're trying to like raise their publicity? And it's like, no, it's a cold open, and then we just cut to Pyron's brother.
Oh, God, Pyron's brother,
And then we
man.
don't even
What?
fight Pyron's brother. We sit down for dinner with him, and Pyron's like, guys, he's going to blow the planet up. We all don't want this. Just, can you behave at dinner? If you can behave at dinner, we can leave, and we don't have to worry about this, and we can go back to fighting tomorrow. And I was just like, oh my god, they watered down Pyron so much they had to introduce Evil Hamburger Helper, the brother. Like,
He had such awful designs. The
I
Pyron's
know.
brother.
And he's technically canon because he showed up in Capcom Fighting Evolution in a cutscene.
Oh my god, I can't believe they brought that in.
And of all places, Capcom Fighting Evolution.
Yeah, okay.
Anyways,
God.
there
I
was
mean-
also I just appreciate that Lord Raptor is the most consistently written character on the whole show.
Image of him in the beach outfit.
The beach outfit. He was enjoyable. I had to get over the fact that for some reason Scott McNeil, I don't know if this is a direction thing. Scott McNeil played him British in the OVA, and he plays him Australian in the US cartoon. And I'm just like, why?
Scott McNeil
That's
playing
funny,
a
right?
character that relates to another Australian name. That's a hint to another topic on the stream.
I mean, that's not even just Wolverine. That's like 10 other roles. He played an Australian bounty hunter in Next Mutation.
he was like the best part of the show.
Was.
What's more funny, that or Gary Chalk playing another gorilla?
Gary Chalk playing another gorilla in Next Mutation after playing Optimus Primal for years was hilarious. But the other weird part is Gary Chalk playing Donovan, because that's not the voice I imagine with Donovan.
If I were to give Gary Chalk a character for Dark, I'd probably either Ankaris or honestly Dimitri. Not Dimitri.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dimitri. Yeah.
Yeah, even Dimitri. It's funny because like Scott McNeil is Lord Raptor, Rikuo, and Anakaris, and they were.
Hey, look.
There was one episode all about Rikuo and Anakaris' connected backstory, and it literally was Scott McNeil for 20 minutes. It was enjoyable.
What? So another Canadian 90s cartoon where Scott McNeil talks to himself?
Yes, it was just like Beast Wars all over again.
And Mega Man, because he's both Proto Man and Wily.
Yeah, exactly. That man's got a prolific range. No, it's funny though because the Australian accent thing just bugs me because they kept the Union Jack flag on his leg. Like he's supposed to be British. Why is he Australian?
You know what?
And
You know
people
what?
are like,
I'm just-
isn't that the same? And I'm like, look, I have watched
No,
a lot of movies and TV and listened to a lot of music. There's a difference.
You know, is it ironic that one of the newest characters to get a voice from Darkstalkers, Jeddah, it happens to be played by a Canadian actor still?
Yes.
With David K.
They kept the legacy going. Also, Ugly Morrigan is only really true for like 2 episodes. They improved her model in like episode 3. She looks a
It's
lot better
already-
from there onward.
Look, I think people like Morgan's too hot, so anytime we
Like
see
she
her
looked like
in-
an old hag in the first episode, but then they fixed it pretty quick. So like I'll give them a slide on that one.
To me, like the Morgan, it doesn't bother me. I hate seeing Dimitri with pupils. I don't know something about Dimitri with.
Oh, he
pupils
randomly
bugs
loses the
me.
pupils all the time too. Like it depends on who's animating him. Like sometimes he has pupils, sometimes he doesn't. It's so
What about-
inconsistent.
What about Hanna-Barbera John Talbot?
That ain't John Talbane. I don't know who that is. Who is this wolf man? He ain't John Talbane. That man knows zero
remember what I
martial
said.
arts.
Seeing John Talbane, you can see why I said what I said as a kid. That ain't it.
That ain't it.
Can we all
That
agree
ain't it.
Can we all agree that Rookro is indeed a handsome fish man?
He is curiously
Oh,
attractive
boy.
for a fish man.
Seriously attracts.
I love that like Pyron's brother says that to him in the final episode, and Rikuo is just like, so I've been told. Like he's so sick of it. He's like, why is this my defining feature? They're like,
So
everybody
how
loves my
bad-
cheekbones, but not my personality.
So how bad is Sasquatch's kid and the new kid and the tag along OC kid?
All right,
Are they really that bad?
OC kid passable, except when he's paired up with Sasquatch's kid. Name the most annoying kid you know in fiction.
So,
Boy, that's-
all those tropes together in one, pretty much.
No, just name one. Just name one. What's a famously annoying kid? I don't know.
Zack, the fifth turtle in the East TMNT cartoon comes to mind when it comes to that era. So, like that bad?
Zack the Fifth Turtle would be an improvement over Sasquatch's kid.
Oh boy.
Manila has more brain cells than Sasquatch's kid.
Hey,
Wow.
we defend Manila in this house.
The worst part about Sasquatch's kid is that it's not just that his voice is high pitched, annoying. He has no intelligence and gets into every single freaking situation you possibly could. He never stops talking once.
Oh no.
He is a chatterbox. Like, you put him in a room with Pyron and Pyron will leave. Because that happened in an episode. He locked him in a cage and left.
He's the villain? He's doing us a favor.
He's strong. Like,
As a hero.
he talks so much. It's like you just like zero. Like, as soon as he shows up on screen, just starts talking. He never stops. Never stops.
Oh,
It
cool.
is
Too much. Oh,
way
boy.
too much. That kid is too intense.
Oh man.
Veloquent said, I hadn't
Watch
heard of the
Media Vibes,
Darkstalkers
didn't
cartoon and so I started talking about it. Looked up some stuff, and I think during the last Discotek stream, I don't know what I was expecting, but it wasn't that. No one expects
That sounds like a
think
parallel
it's
to
everybody-
me again.
Yeah,
I think that's
exactly.
everybody's reaction to the Darkstalkers cartoon is like, I was not expecting that. Because it's like, we all
Exactly.
make fun of the Street Fighter cartoon being just not G.I. Joe, but at least it has some of the spirit of Street Fighters in there. Just because you just remind yourself that this is technically a sequel to the original 90s
Yeah.
movie. But Darkstalkers, like, when you think of Darkstalkers, you think, gothic like horror monsters fighting each other. You don't think this
Merlin's descendant teams up with the cat lady.
and we have X-Men at home.
Yes. I will say that, like I said it in the video, and I was like, if this show just made a couple tweaks and had a good art style, it would have been great. It had the potential.
Commercials were awesome.
Oh, commercials are great.
Commercials make you think it'll be great.
Found out the
I was like,
commercials reused footage from Japanese PS1 ads for the second game.
Oh, that makes sense. I mean, the narration of like, at the night the Darkstalkers come out, or like that narrator makes the show sound cooler than
it is.
It really
It actually is.
Yep. Also, fun fact too, in the commentaries, Brady Hartle mentioned that he was looking up old forum posts to see what people's reactions were to the show closer when it aired. And in the early 2000s, before the ADV DVD came out, people were questioning if it even existed or if it was just mass psychosis.
I'm not surprised. I imagine the show must be rare because because I don't think because it only had 30 episodes. I doubt it rerun that much.
It didn't rerun much. I remember when it was new. It didn't rerun much.
So apparently, what happened
it
was
did have them, but not a lot.
They did the research into this. Apparently, it ran twice on USA. Yeah. Then it got packaged with Mega Man as a syndication bundle because Mega Man and Darkstalkers together made 40 episodes, which was enough for a syndication bundle to run 4 times a year, right? So that's apparently like why Mega Man. That's why Mega Man has 27 episodes and not 26.
Yeah, 27. Yeah.
Because the rumor online is that Mega Man, like they made an episode, but they canceled the rest of season 3. But it actually most likely is that they made an extra episode to round out the syndication bundle to be 40 episodes.
Yeah, because Mega Man, it's so interesting with Mega Man because like that show was really successful, but it only 27 episodes. People would think it'll last longer because that show was a big hit. But like that makes sense why then.
Yeah, because at that point they had enough, and I think and then they had Street Fighter, which was under a separate thing. It was weird. It's basically Mega Man and Darkstalkers got paired up, and even though Street Fighter was still Capcom, it was its own separate things of the movie connection.
Well, was it because I think wasn't Street Fighter aired on? No, it was not UPN. It was on like a different network. USA Network.
Whereas Mega Man and Darkstalkers were syndicated, yeah.
Yeah, so I think that's why.
That's probably why Darkstalkers could have an episode where a child's parents were killed in front of them. I can't believe the Darkstalkers show is so freaking goofy and bloodless, and then they're just and here's Dimitri drinking the blood of Anita's parents in front of her so we can explain why she's mute. Also, her name's Amanda for some reason, and she's blonde. So
as a Darkstalkers fan, I had to ask you, what is the perfect tone for Darkstalkers? Because I know some people are debating on this. Because I know some people don't like the OVA because they feel it's too gothic and dark, and some people much prefer like the what I think was it was it Darkstalker Street? They had the very much Looney Tunes
Yes, Vampire
animation.
Saviors where we started getting the Looney Tunes, but if you go into like, Vampire and Vampire Hunter, I'm just using Japanese names because they make more sense. Vampire, Vampire Hunter, Vampire Savior. Vampire and Vampire Hunter, a lot of the animations are still very cartoony, but in Vampire Savior they go to like full on rubber physics like Looney Tunes shit. Like you don't have like Lord Raptor dunking somebody in a basketball jersey in Hunter, but you do in Savior, right? Like they ramp it up in Savior, and the OVA was made to promote Hunter, so it's got kind of a little bit more of a gothic feel. But there's all that other stuff that like exists in the first two games, where like Dimitri gets the cartoony jagged teeth and the wacky eyes, and his jaw changes shape, that they put into the OVA. So it's like it's dark and serious and it's storyline, but then Dimitri's like smiling like he's like the moon from Soul Eater. So it's still got that vibe, but I actually, you know what, that's a good point. Soul Eater, that's the tone you should have for a Darkstalkers.
And I'll say art style. Like if in the timeline where it's a good timeline, we do get Darkstalkers games.
Mm.
I do not think the modern RE engine like realism style like Street Fighter 6 will work at Darkstalkers.
Can
I think
guarantee it doesn't work because the John Talbane costume in Street Fighter 6, while I worked to get it, does not look good.
I think Arxis art is very much needed for
Yes.
a new Darkstalkers game.
You need something like very heavily animated on your animations, not something more realistic leaning.
Mhm.
We should probably move on with the show, though. It's been an hour.
Digimon and Darkstalkers, so yes, talking.
Last week in shorts, we had Boom Boom Cars versus Shift Cars. So that was surprising, actually. I did science with rolling cars. And then I also talked about why I don't review the Digimon Digivice colors, and I still won't. But one of the comments told me that if you hold the up button on the Digivice, it turns the music off. I wasn't aware of this, and nobody online, including Humilos, mentions this, so not my fault. But at least the music's off now, so I'm not hearing Target 1,000 times a day while shaking the Digivice.
Did you get the eggs?
I did get the eggs, yes. They came with the Ultraman color one.
How big are they?
They are tiny.
Are they like figure prop? Are they figure prop size?
No.
Smaller than that.
If you guys will see on the stream, this is the box, and I almost spilled them all over the floor.
Oh.
But let me just
there's
slap
the
the Digivice back in. They are very small.
Wow. Okay.
They
That
might
makes
be-
kind of.
They look kind of in scale for the figure standards, and maybe
Yeah.
I can see maybe because they're pretty big in the show.
Yeah.
Right?
But I'm thinking about like Davis holding the Digi-Egg of Miracles as a kid, and it was
Because like some eggs are like egg size, but some are like they're like a big giant like hulking thing that Davis had to use both hands to hold.
yeah,
Scenario,
it's really strange, but yeah, we also just don't have good like human Digimon figures to compare to.
Not at all. There's one thing that I think Bandai needs to get better on with is Digimon merchandise that isn't the roleplay stuff, because we need like I love the figure.
I mean, actually, you should say Digimon stuff, including the roleplay, because we don't have any roleplay stuff.
Oh, true, but like we need more action figures. Damn it! Bring back the Anime Hero line. We need more.
All we have is
figures.
LCD games and the occasional model kit.
Yeah, we need action figures, and this is because I've been watching Frontier. I'm like, there's like, we need action figures then of these characters. I can't wait for like a yearly model kit for them.
Mm-hmm. No, it's very frustrating that like outside of the LCD toys, like there's nothing.
So you go like, man, like I was looking back to like the Frontier toy line, like Zoe got nothing, but then you kind of said why, because
Tommy
you can't
got
make
nothing.
armor. No, Tommy got it was very limited release.
Yeah.
He got like one of those. He got a Digivolving like Sly Evolution of Chocomon
Only
2.
in Southeast Asia.
Yeah, but that's something. Zoe
Yep.
got nothing. I think besides maybe like a PVC figure. They got kind of understand why, because you can't make an armor figure because naked girl.
Mhm.
You don't want naked girl figure. But also like you can't really do like the normal Spirit of all figures. That will look very awkward with the yoga posing and such. But like that's what I mean. We need action figures, damn it.
Yep.
All
right, let's get on to the rest of the last PSA. The Gaston Leroux's Phantom of the Opera starring Lon Chaney graphic novel Kickstarter has 15 days to go, and it's at 65,000 of its 70,000 goal. It actually, I'm kind of hoping somebody pledges because we could get to 66,000. It is very, very close to being funded. As a reminder for those that haven't been keeping track, this is a graphic novel adaptation of the Phantom of the Opera novel done with Lon Chaney's likeness from the 1920s silent film.
I hope that's the full title. Like Van Auer starring Lon Chaney. I know that's part of the title.
That is the full title, actually. Yes.
Oh, yes, I love that.
It's like it for the Frankenstein one is like Mary Shelley's Frankenstein starring Boris Karloff. And there also is this fancy opera case edition that has music and stuff, and extra booklets, including like a replica of the program book for the original movie and a copy of the script. So like if you're into this sort of thing, you got 15 more days to back it. I'm doing updates because I really want this to go through. And I think it will. It's really, really close. It's closer than any Haslab was this far out from its goal. So,
fun.
Congratulations, Phantom. You're better than Hasbro. All right, let's talk Marvel Zombies. Non-spoilers, of course. My joke I think I made a joke in the Discord server when I finished it, but I still stand by it. Wow, Miss Marvel Season 2 certainly took a turn.
Yeah, because I'm really glad. I'm really glad that Kamala is the main character of this because I feel like I sadly don't think we're gonna get Miss Marvel Season 2, and that's unfortunate because I think much I don't like Season 1, Iman
Vellani is too good to be wasted the way she has been.
Yeah, and so I'm really glad there's pretty much an opportunity for her to really get Kamala more light and such like that.
In fact, I will also go as far as to say this feels like the multiverse saga we were promised as opposed to the one we got.
Yeah, and that's kind of the advantage of animation is you could at least have any character you want. You don't have to worry about scheduling and all that stuff.
Yeah, because like I've been wanting to see characters like Shang-Chi again. So here's Shang-Chi in a project. Like this is an alternate universe thing, but still like Shang-Chi's a main character. We got, like we have never seen Kamala Khan, Kate Bishop, and Riri Williams on screen together before this.
Seeing them together, like that was so nice because it's so funny because many people mentioned like, oh, they ever do the Young Avengers. Like, well, I think someone mentioned like, hey, Sam will be dirty at that point. He's like, that's no longer Young Avengers at that point, and such like that.
Yep, Andreas. Yeah, Miss Marvel still has her same powers from the MCU, like the glow stick stuff. But I actually liked it in this. Like,
you know what I find it funny because watching how they use her powers in this is so they change her powers because she's too much like Mr. Fantastic. Then here comes this like you literally just turned to a Invisible Woman at this point because
because she's like throwing like platforms and portals and like shields.
Like literally, I just find it so funny and ironic that like you traded one similar power to from one.
Next time we see her, she's gonna catch fire.
Yeah.
Probably.
I know, right? But like, overall, like, I think like his
Blade was amazing in this.
You know what's funny? Because I think the director said, I thought Blade would be out by the point when this comes out.
Yeah. They were like, we thought he was gonna be out by then, and we also didn't know what was gonna happen in his movie, so we made him Moon Knight because we figured the movie was never gonna do that, so we had free reign at that point. They're like, what if we just do something so bonkers the movie couldn't possibly do it?
Because animation takes time.
Yeah. And this show's been written since like 2021.
It was like probably written right after the episode.
Elizabeth Olsen said she recorded this in like 3 years ago and does not remember doing so.
Which makes sense.
Someone was like, where does your character end up in this? And she's like, look, I honestly can't remember. It's been like 3 years and I haven't looked back at it since. I'll need to watch the show.
Yeah. Well, like, man, watching Blade in this, I go like, why are they having so many problems with Blade? Like,
because they're overthinking it.
Yeah, I know, right?
Tried and true methods. You put cool guy in sunglasses and trench coat, give him sword, have him kill vampire, movie done.
How hard is that?
Apparently really
honestly. Hard. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Also, cool. He writes himself.
It writes himself. He's the coolest dude ever killing vampires. Like, why is this hard? I was also going to add...
Don't put Triple H in it.
I was going to add, this felt like a movie cut into 4 episodes, because apparently they wanted it to be a movie, but because Spider-Man was in it, it had to be a TV show.
Yeah.
Because of the Sony deal.
What? Because it's same with Eyes of Conda, because Eyes of Conda really feels like an anthology movie, but
That
they
one
just split
didn't
to 4
like
episodes.
that one. I don't understand why they split it into 4. Right? Like this one, I
Yeah.
get. They're like we want to use Spider-Man, so each chapter has to be less than 30 minutes, so that way it falls under our contract for Spider-Man. like, but like, why was Eyes of Wakanda split into 4? That was even more of a movie.
Like overall thoughts on this, I really did enjoy it because my main problem with the original Marvel Zombies episode 1 was the tone problem, because in a big serious zombie apocalypse, but there were so many like jokes that like took the tone
Yeah.
away. Here they like, no, this is serious. There's jokes
There's a
here and
ton
there,
of jokes,
definitely.
but it's in its moments, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is saying 100% seriously straight, which I'm really happy about, and they took it seriously, which I'm really happy to see. I was invested. I was
And
really
they did some
invested
really
in
cool
their.
ideas that we hadn't seen before. It wasn't like we were just regurgitating stuff. Like it was like
Yeah,
they did a lot of stuff in here that I was like, that's really cool. Why is that not in the main universe?
yeah. I was, we're not gonna spoil, but I was say about the end. I see people like
Oh, wait.
complain about the ending, and all I will say is you have not seen any horror movies at all. If you're gonna complain about
Yeah.
the ending, because most horror movies end like that. Like this is a horror
Yeah.
series. Like you think you're gonna be a happy ending? Like it
And
makes
I really
sense.
like the ending because if they never make a season 2, it's a really good like mind bender ending. And if they do make a season 2, they have plenty of places to go.
Yeah,
Love it.
definitely.
Yeah.
And like I think like the only complaints I have for it is less of this series, but more greater MCU problems I have. Like how like I'm not still a fan. Like I'm still not a fan of how the Asgardians are in the MCU versus the comic, but that's not
Mm.
this show's fault. That's just
This show
the
has so much
MCU.
cooler of a new Asgard though than the one in the live action stuff
No, totally.
because they had the
No,
budget.
I do also realize that this show, while spoiling, is we joke out of this Miss Marvel scene too. I like to also like the joke say this is alternate universe, multiverse of madness,
Yes,
because it has a similar
because
plot
Wanda's the
almost.
villain.
Yeah,
I do feel bad that Wanda keeps being made the villain, but it worked really well for
I
this
know.
context.
Yeah, and again, that's not. I'm not gonna. That's not the problem of this show, because they're just it's already established
Yeah,
in such a
because like
that.
I
But
said,
like
this feels
some
like an alternate multiverse saga.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Last thing I would say is, how do you feel about the Black Panther thing? 'Cause I know so many people are like throwing a hissy fit
This was written in
about.
2021. So yeah,
Hmm.
they weren't gonna write lines for T'Challa in 2021. I think if we start to see more stuff with T'Challa and he's not voiced or whatever, like that's gonna be an issue going forward. But like in the time, I get it. You know, I felt like Wakanda Forever was the goodbye to Chadwick Boseman, so anything made after that, should the X-Men 97 thing's still weird because the source was Bo DeMeo, so I don't trust it at all. Um
Yeah, because the thing about the whole Black Panther thing, and like in general,
yeah.
is when it comes to MCU T'Challa, totally understand why he's mute and they don't want to do anything much with him, because I see some people are like, couldn't they just get James C. Mathis to voice it? Like James C. Mathis' voice for T'Challa is totally different from Chadwick Boseman's
Yes.
voice for T'Challa. You can't just have him replay him and such like that. It's
Also,
only
as
when
a
it comes to
side note, a lot of the decisions of which characters live and die in this show is clearly determined by how much they're going to pay the actors for how many lines they have. And there was other
Yep.
things in the scene where there's nobody else talking. It's not just T'Challa's not talking; nobody else is, because those would have been other more expensive guest stars.
Yeah, I see
Yeah.
people like so many people are like they're disrespecting Chadwick Boseman. Like, no, they're not. Like it feels like
There's a
I
lot
feel
of
like this.
disingenuous like arguments to be made. I do think the one that bugs me is suddenly Black Panther is T'Chaka in X-Men 97, because that just doesn't make any damn sense.
Yeah, that's the only
That's the only one where I'm
yeah
like, if that was really influenced by like Chadwick Boseman's passing, that's weird because that has nothing to do with Chadwick Boseman. Yeah, that's a completely
mhm,
separate universe extending off of an existing universe that was like from 30 years ago.
yeah.
I think when they handle it with the MCU version, I think that's good. I know there's a lot of people that wish they would just recast him instead of killing the character off, but I gotta say, I think it's good for cinematic universes to kill characters off, regardless of the context. I get kind of tired of seeing the same people all the time in a cinematic context, because I get tired of it in the comics too. I have a list of people I wish were dead in Marvel comics. So,
I would say
like, it's just one of those things.
Last thing I was saying is, I think this shows how much I forgot about Black Widow because when they got to the Red Room
Oh yeah,
base,
when Melina shows up, and even
I
my
totally
parents were like, "Wait, who is this?" And I was like, "It's Rachel Weisz," and they're like, "Oh."
I totally forgot who she was because I had to double check, like, who is she? Because
She's the only character from Black Widow to not reappear in something else.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
I thought she died. Even I thought she died in Black Widow. No, she lived.
No, she did.
So
She just retired. But it was funny because like minor spoiler. There's her one thing. She was like a tech person for the Red Room. And so in Black Widow, she was doing this thing where she's like, I'm mind controlling pigs. Maybe I can use it on humans one day. And in this show, she's mind controlling zombies with her pig tech. And I was like, that's a good callback to something nobody remembers.
Okay, that's the pigs. I thought it was just they're using the Red Room control thing.
No.
on
It
the
was the pig
zombies.
tech that she was working with. That was
Okay.
based on the Red Room tech, but she was like controlling the pigs in her front yard as like her little hobby. And they had a line about it. They had a line like I think Alexi was like, "Oh, it's like your pigs except for bigger people." Like it's
that's
kind of
just
like
how much
those
I
little
forgot.
details. Also, an Eternal
I guess I
shows
should-
up, and I didn't know who it
Which
was.
it was Icarus, which I
Yeah.
actually did like Icarus appear because how much I don't like Eternals. I'm glad that you remember that movie existed. So just because
It's kind of like when
compared to
Kingo
MCU.
showed up in What If, and I was like, "It's nice this is still here."
Mhm.
Yeah. Overall, though, I do recommend it. If you didn't see the What If episode, though, definitely check that out because it's not as good, but
It's
it
a
provides.
sequel.
It's a sequel. It's 100% a sequel. It does provide a lot of context. There's a bunch of stuff where you're like, why is Spider-Man hanging out with a floating jar in the head? You need to watch the What If episode. Yeah. He's like, people remembered Eternals. I do. I saw it 3 times. I'll never watch it again, but I saw it 3 times. All right.
Oh,
remember
it's 'cause
watching
right?
Eternals.
It's the second time you see Blade.
Go ahead.
Well, here Blade in
Yes.
MCU.
All right. Let's get to. That's the wrong tab. That was my notes. Nothing major. I don't have anything open that I can dox myself with. I have learned. I have become a better person.
I hope you learned.
I hope I have too. One of these days I'm gonna
Hey.
slip. I just know.
I'll be there.
You'll be there to cover up the like ending the stream and then going back and editing it. All right. So in comic book news, we're between solicitation rounds. So the only news we have is that if you enjoyed my Ninja Turtles IDW timeline continuity guide video and want to read it, if you pay Humble Bundle $30, you can get all 18 volumes of the IDW collection, all of the Last Ronin stuff, all the current volumes of Saturday Morning Adventures, as well as the first volume of Jason Aaron's IDW 2.0, the 40th Anniversary Comic Celebration, Black, White, and Green, the Mirage Years, which is the the second volume of Mirage, 93 to 95, plus the Night Watcher miniseries, Mutant Nation Volume 1, the IDW Source Book, the Kevin Eastman covers, and the Amazing Adventures Omnibus, which is the 2012 tie-in comic reprinted. All of that you can get for $30. And as a reminder, you can adjust the donation on Humble Bundle to give more to charity than to Humble Bundle and IDW. Always do that because by default, charity gets the least amount. So you want to bump up the charity amount. At least in my opinion, the charity this time is Make-A-Wish Foundation.
I think the IW stuff is locked. It's not PDFs you're getting them to read on a specific
Kobo.
app.
You have to go through Kobo to read them. Yes, that's a good point. Thank you. And that is not an IDW thing. That would be a Nickelodeon thing.
Yeah, that's so that's so that's the only like exception. So it kind of sucks that it's not PDFs, but that's out. I believe that's out of control of every. That's out of control.
That's Nickelodeon doing it because the IDW Star Trek bundle. So it's not even Paramount because the IDW Star Trek bundle was all PDFs. So it's not Paramount. It's Nickelodeon. So yes, Mender, you should share that. All right, so that's it for comic news. It's time for Blu-ray news. Blu-ray news. We have details on the Ultraman 4K Discovery release. It's coming up, which is November 18th. This is a 2-disc set, and Ultraman 4K Discovery is kind of a weird little project because it's not Ultraman on 4K yet, but it is.
We are getting that, right?
We are getting that next year, along with Ultra 7. This is a special that was produced in Japan that was to promote the 4K. And it's like kind of this weird thing where there's these two people sitting in a theater and they're watching scenes from episodes, and it's like selections of the 4K. It's what you would call, I guess, a trial pack, essentially. I personally, like, on my personal sake, if I'm recommending stuff, I'd say just wait for the 4K of the series. But I will be buying this and I will be reviewing it because it is something different. So I will talk about it and I'll have better context when I've actually watched it. Mutagi says feels like filler. This kind of feels like the Birth of Ultraman or Rise of Ultraman sets where they threw out some episodes with the dub on it. This feels like a little bit of a filler release, kind of just to prep you for the 4K. I don't necessarily recommend picking this up, but like I said, I'll do a full review of it when it comes out. It's also the first release with the Alliance Entertainment logo on it instead of the Mill Creek.
It's cool that we're getting this. Like, this is something they could easily not like bring over.
Yeah.
But still, I find it cool they are bringing this over.
Let me check the price on this without anyone seeing my browser because it's Amazon. Learning. The current list price is $80.
That's going down, definitely.
It's got to go down a lot. It's 6 hours and 55 minutes. So it's a bit of a trial run, but Braden, you haven't missed Wolverine. You haven't gotten there yet. But you know, it's $80, which is kind of high. It should go down a whole lot before it comes out in November, though. So, but I would say if you're interested in it, I don't know if it's slightly egotistical, but I'm like, wait for my review to know if it's worth it, because I won't know until I have it in hand and stuff for sure. But yeah, it'll be nice. It'll give us a little preview of it, and if it has any horrible errors that hopefully Mill Creek will listen to us and fix. I mean, Alliance will listen to us and fix before the series, because you know how that goes. So there we go. Yeah. See, that's the thing with Techie. Even if I sign out of Amazon, it picks up my location. So I have learned. All right. Next up, the Ninja Turtles Arrow Video Trilogy has had its full details released, which also includes all of its bonus features. So first things first, we do have more physical bonuses than we originally thought. When they first put this setup for pre-order, it was just the 3 Blu-ray cases, and I think they had a poster listed. But no, there is much more. So we got a booklet. We've got a Roy's Pizza, like, delivery business card. We've got 4 stills of the Turtles. We got posters for all 3 movies. We have a slipcase on top of the slip box for the set. We also have what looks to be 8 trading card style cards of the main characters from the first movie. Actually, it's all the movies because it has both April O'Neil's on it, which is really, really awesome. This is the standard set, which has new packaging art by the artist that I believe did the original artwork for the first movie. And those are movie style. There's also the Matt Frank alternate art on the Arrow Video Store. But let's talk about everything that is included. So,
and all the bonuses are not just for the physical, like just for the collector. This is for all versions, right?
All versions, right. So the 4K and the Blu-ray set come with the same bonus features and all the same physical bonuses.
So that's awesome.
Yes.
Including all of that.
Also because I think the set's like, Ryan, you look at the current price on Amazon while I talk about the bonus features. So, 4K restorations of all 4 films. So the 4K set will have 4K Blu-ray discs. The Blu-ray set will have Blu-ray discs. There'll be a perfect bound collector's booklet in the style of a Roy's Pizza menu featuring new writing on the films by Simon Ward, John Turani, and John Walsh. Reversible sleeves featuring original and newly commissioned artwork by Flory. Double-sided fold-out poster featuring original artwork from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and the map of Kappa Realm, a stylized recreation of the ancient scroll that appears in Ninja Turtles 3. Damn it, even if you don't like that movie, that's cool. Because I don't like that movie, and that's cool.
So right now on Amazon, for example, you can get the 4K set for only $70 right now on Amazon.
And how much for the Blu-ray? Muteki said 65.
65. So yeah, that's a good ass.
This is an insane deal. I gotta tell you guys, like, you know, I always keep clowning on the Cyberpunk price, but this is like half the Cyberpunk price and comes with like 10 times more shit. All right, so you got 2 additional double-sided fold-out posters featuring original and new artwork by Flory, 8 character trading cards, Roy's Pizza loyalty card, 4 character stickers. Okay, so on disc 1 for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, we got a 4K restoration from the original camera negative, approved by director Steve Barron. 2 lossless stereo mixes, the original theatrical mix and an alternate Warrior mix. No idea what that is. I'll let you guys know in the video. plus newly remixed Dolby Atmos audio. Optional English subtitles for the deaf and hard of hearing. Brand new commentary with director Steve Barron. Brand new commentary, comic book expert and podcast host Dave Baxter. Rising When We Fall, a newly filmed interview with director Steve Barron. Turtle Talk, a newly filmed interview with actors Robbie Risk, Brian Tochi, Ernie Reyes Jr., and Ken Scott. They were the suit actors for the Turtles. O'Neill on the Beat, a newly filmed interview with actress Judith Hogue. Wet Behind the Shells, a newly filmed interview with producer Simon Fields. Beneath the Shell, a newly filmed interview with puppet coordinator and second unit director Brian Henson and Rob Teigner, puppeteer for both Splinter and Leonardo. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Turf, a newly filmed featurette exploring the film locations in New York City and North Carolina. Alternate UK version with unique footage prepared for censorship reasons presented in 4K via seamless branching, meaning you can switch between the two versions on the go.
You don't know, in the UK version, they cut a lot of Mikey's scenes because Nunchuck's bad in the UK.
And they filmed some new stuff specifically for it, so that's also included. Yes, it is Diabolic DVD. I do recommend. I love Diabolic. They sent me. I got my Spawn 4K in, and it's beautifully. It was wrapped in bubble wrap and like in a perfectly sized box, and it didn't have a label that said Diabolic DVD. So I thought somebody else had sent me a package. It was weird, but the important part is that it showed up in perfect shape. All right. We have an alternate ending from the VHS work print, alternate Korean footage, theatrical trailers, and an image gallery. Now, it doesn't mention deleted scenes, but some of those deleted scenes are owned by certain people and may appear in other documentaries, but they may also be included in all this alternate footage stuff and all the other things going on. Like the alternate ending from the VHS work print is probably that ending that we've seen online a few times with the turtles outside the window while April and Danny pitch it as a comic book to a comic book publisher who says, this is ridiculous, it'd never work as a comic.
For people who don't know what the Korean ultra footage is, so I think in Japan, instead of like Splinter saying my master Hamato Yuji is from Japan, Japan changed for the Japanese cut. They changed from I didn't even change Hamato Yuji's name, but like my master is from Korea.
Korea.
Instead.
Yep.
Yeah, for that version.
So it sounds like we're not getting the entire movie of that, but probably every change and every line change is just going to be compiled.
Yeah.
Which makes sense.
Are they still going to be called Hero Turtles?
Probably in that UK cut that's included.
No, they actually in the UK cut they actually call it Ninja. It's other countries that's called Hero though. In other countries, I don't remember which country specifically, but there is a Hero version, but not weirdly enough, not in the UK specifically. Weirdly enough.
Okay, Veloquent said, would you recommend this release for someone who has never seen these movies but recently gotten to TMNT because of the latest animated movie? Yes, because unequivocally, everybody agrees the first movie is one of the best comic book adaptations of all time to film. The other two movies you will probably enjoy if you like Ninja Turtles. And at the price they're selling this at, like, what? If you go for the Blu-ray, it's $65, it's $65. Let's just let's do some math here, right? Let's do 65 divided by 3. Yeah, it's only $21 a movie for the Blu-ray. Go on. And that's only $23 a movie for 4K. That you cannot get deals like that usually. And on top of the fact, these are not budget releases. They're packed to the gills, and you get all this physical stuff. Like, you really can't go wrong with this. This is gonna, like, if I'm gonna say it, I'm gonna make a top 10 Blu-rays of the year at the end of the year. But this might be number 1. Arrow Video never misses, so I have no doubt they're gonna land it. But like, this might be the best release of the year. All right, alternate. Okay, so we have Secret of the Ooze, 4K restoration from a interpositive of the 35mm because they don't have the original film negative for Secret of the Ooze. It's still going to look fantastic. It's just not going to be like as fantastic as the first one. Original lossless stereo audio and optional DTS HD MA 5.1 surround audio. Optional English subtitles for the deaf and hard of hearing. Brand new commentary director Michael Pressman, moderated by filmmaker Jillian Wallace Horvat. I appreciate that they got the people that worked on the other two movies because a lot of times as Turtles fans, we hyper-focus on that first movie a whole lot, and we rarely hear from the people that made the other two. So I'm really happy to see them get a nice addition here. We also have John Duprez to the rescue, a newly filmed interview with composer for the trilogy, John Duprez. He did all the music. That's going to be awesome. I'm really excited about that. Hardcore is a newly filmed interview with Kenny Wilson, mold shop supervisor at Jim Henson Creature Shop. So you can see that some of the bonus features overlap with some of the movies because they're just like, here's this person that worked on all of them, which I think is great. The Secret of the Edit, a newly filmed interview with editor Steve Merkovich. Behind the Shelves, an archival featurette from 1991. I'm so freaking happy that thing has been VHS locked for like 25 years.
Oh yeah, because wasn't that
Wow.
one of those like bonus
That
bonus
long?
VHSs of
Yes.
behind the scenes, right?
It was behind the shelves. It was a separate VHS tape from the movie that you could get bundled with the movie, and sometimes sold on its own. And you think that would be on the DVD for the movie, but it never was. It's never been on a home video release past VH-frickin-S. So I'm happy because I've wanted that back out again. I've kept my VHS for a long time, even though I've not watched it since I stopped watching VHS tapes. All right, theatrical trailer image gallery. For the third movie, we're getting a 4K restoration from the Interpositive, original lossless audio and MH5.1, subtitles for deaf and hearing impaired, brand new commentary with director Stuart Gillard, Daimyos and Demons, a newly filmed interview with actor Sab Shimono, Rebel Rachel, a newly filmed interview with actor Vivian Wu, the alternate UK opening, theatrical trailer, and image gallery. So yes, there is less bonus features as each movie goes along, but that's kind of how the productions go. But I love that they kind of spread like some of these multi-talented people who were on multiple movies across the things. Yeah, the Barbara Walters interview is missing, but I think that probably falls into some other legal trap. Anyways, this is amazing. That's the point I was making.
Are you happy that we're finally getting a good TMT home video
This
release
might
finally?
be the first ever good Ninja Turtles home video
There's no
release.
there's no asterisk, no caveats, no nothing.
No context needed. This is going to be the first good. Yeah, later it says in the fact that that's what's missing is the kind of sign of quality here. Yeah, that's like all we're missing, right? Is like some promotional TV interviews. I mean, like this has got pretty much everything we know we can get, right? Because there's some stuff that was filmed that has never survived, and we, like the Michelangelo scenes at the farmhouse, but like, I mean, they're going to cover all that in these bonus features, I'm sure. This is incredible. This is incredible. I have nothing else to say besides I'm very excited for December 15th to roll around. Any other thoughts on this before we move on to Wolverine?
I love how complete that is, like, or at least how much it packs, if not fully.
Yeah.
So are you gonna end the home media history on this, or are you gonna be it's gonna be like part 1 is the home media history and part 2 is the review of this?
Because Turtles videos do like bonkers well on the channel when it comes to the home video stuff, I am just gonna do Arrow video review and then do home video history. Because I think there's obviously from all this, there's plenty to talk about on the set on its own. And then I'll do the home video history separately. So that way the home video history can be chronological better that way. And then I can be like, and this set is amazing. It's all downhill from here. Because that'd be a fun game.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, wouldn't this be the end? Like, it all starts bad.
I mean,
we have a line end of the tunnel.
I mean, that's true. I guess I could do it chronologically by what order things came out in, as opposed to doing chronologically by original release of the shows. That could be a fun. I'll think about it. I'll look at it and see if I can structure it. So maybe a little bit like going back and forth. That actually kind of would be interesting because that would be home video history. Anyways, thoughts for later. There will be a separate video though for this, and then the home video history will be separate from that because the home video history also I'm gonna reuse footage just for the sake of saving myself. I did a really good job recapping the 2003 Funimation releases. I'm just gonna reuse that footage. So,
I can't wait. I can't wait for you to talk about 87 and the lack of rise.
The lack of rise will be fun, yeah. Blader says that your video should be an open letter to people that make TMNT DVDs. Exactly. Yeah, Zeltrax, the Blu-ray is going to have the same physical extras from the 4K. They are the same set, just you picking if you're getting 4K discs or Blu-ray discs. Otherwise, everything else is the same. Which is something I really like about Arrow, that they always do that. They're not format elitists, which is great. All right. Ready to talk about Wolverine?
Yes.
Ready
the one thing I like from State of Play that
I had several people saying Wolverine is on, and so I tuned into State of Play to watch the Wolverine part. So
think I was one of them.
Yeah, I think you were. I think it
Back.
was,
It's alive.
I think there was
It's
like several people
alive.
that texted me, and there was just like Wolverine. I think Hellfire texted me and just said metal claws, and I was like, what? I gotta tune in. So
It's alive.
should,
It's alive.
should we provide some context?
Yes.
Yes. How long have we waited?
4 years.
Jeez.
4 years ago, there was a presentation which gave us details on Spider-Man 2. And they showed a teaser of Insomniac's next Marvel game. And it was just like a man sitting at a bar, and everyone's like, that's boring. And I'm like, it's Wolverine. And then he popped his claws, and I was like, exactly, I told you all. So we had that teaser for 4 years. And then there was some leaks. There was some chaos.
That's a really
Thought that
unfortunate
game was
Insomniac
dead.
leak.
That Insomniac leak that touched personal data of developers, which I still want to get those hackers one day and have a conversation about crossing a line.
You just want to talk to him while you're holding like your weapon.
Exactly.
I just want to talk to him.
Just want to talk to him. No, it's that Family Guy clip.
Yep, exactly.
Just want to have a conversation. All right, so it's been 4 years, and we haven't had any updates, and I think that I've been excited for this, and I've been very excited for this. The potential of this has been great. And I was like, at one point, I was like, this thing's dead and never happening because it'd been so
That's
long.
exactly what I thought. Exactly. I was like, this game's dead, I guess.
And then earlier this year, they said, it's not dead. We're still working on it. And that kind of gave me a little spark of hope. I was like, maybe it actually is happening. And here we are. And the best part about this is that this was a presentation of the game, which showed us cutscenes, gameplay, gave us story details, gave us casting news, gave us a release window, and told us when we're going to get more news, which I wish that every other game presentation would do. Because outside of 007, everybody else has been drip feeding. Like, everything.
And it's awful. And
like, we don't even get to talk about Marvel Tokon today, because they had a whole presentation that was explaining
Virtual
stuff
Fighter
that
and
was in
Marvel
beta.
Tokon both did this thing, and I don't get it. The Virtual Fighter guy, as you know, Soundout, tell the chat. Trust the process.
Trust the process. I don't know what process.
Like, I'm not trusting this process. This process seems bad to me.
You want to see a good definition of that? Go watch Maximilian Dude's video on the Virtual Fighter.
Yes.
Right. Woof.
So, anyways, the rest of the state of play wasn't like newsworthy. But you know, there was some good stuff. But I didn't watch it because I had to watch the Darkstalkers cartoon to do my review. And from what I've heard, I spent my time well.
Pretty much.
But the important part is we got to talk about Wolverine. So, every time a new Wolverine thing happens, I have thoughts, right? Because he's my third favorite X-Men. That's always funny. When I say X-Men's my third favorite team and Wolverine's my third favorite X-Men, people are like, oh, so you're not that big of a fan. I'm like, no. There's like 100 X-Men, okay? So he's still pretty high up, all right? It's just he's not beating Storm or Nightcrawler. They're the top two. Storm, then Nightcrawler, then Wolverine. So this trailer is great. It's great. So, first things first, if you're wanting to make sure YouTube algorithm stays as you are an adult over 18, great video to watch. Excellent choice. There is so much blood.
Okay. Yes.
I love people comment like, Logan, he's dead. Well, you know, you keep doing like there's this one clip of Logan's like, he's stabbing this poor dead dude. It's like, Logan, I think he's dead.
So many of these things look like the takedowns from Spider-Man, right?
He's already dead.
Yeah.
No, but like I loved it. It reminded me so much, like even, and I already liked that game a lot. Wolverine Origins.
Yes.
It reminds me of that, but even more polished. Like
this is Wolverine Origins, the bloody edition, but on crack practically. My God.
It reminded me of when Spider-Man 1 came out, and Brental Foss had made a song about Spider-Man's takedowns, and it's like, that guy's dead, and that guy's dead, and that guy's definitely dead. And I was like, oh yeah, no, Insomniac needed a game where they could actually have the hero kill people. It had so much built up for years. So yeah, Common Jodo said who's number 4 and 5 on X-Men. 4 is Emma Frost and 5 is Chamber. Alright, so anyways, Wolverine here. So I think the thing we want to talk about, gameplay-wise, it looks amazing. There's a moment where he's like sliding on a rooftop and using his claw to like slow his... I'm like, give it to me. Also, I'm so freaking happy it's not in New York City. I'm so sick of New York City.
Playing on the game, I imagine it's gonna be structured. It's not gonna be open world, but what I imagine it's gonna be like, it's gonna be like Ratchet and Clank, where it's gonna be level. Like it's not like it'll be level, but it'll be like each world, like each country, wherever you are, Logan will be his own mini hub
Just
that you
like
can walk
Indiana
around
Jones
and
and the Great Circle. They do the same
yeah.
thing. Yeah. It's like, here's your objectives for Giza. Here's your objectives for Vatican City. And you have, like, you can explore that area freely, but it's not like a whole open world. It's just, like, kind of a smaller space. So.
It's perfect for
Yeah.
Logan.
Perfect for Logan, because he's a world traveler. We've seen Canadian Alps. We've seen Madripoor. We've seen a possible Sentinel facility. I have screen caps, by the way. We have, like, we're doing a deep dive. I wanted to talk about gameplay stuff, because I'm going to go into lore stuff, like, for the rest of it. I think it looks great, and I think the wait was worth it, and I'm glad that they had so much to show when they finally showed up. And then I also am really glad that they said we're going to learn more in spring, because very excited for spring, guys. Now I got stuff to look forward to. So, do we have any other gameplay thoughts?
Overall, like I think it's really good. My one thing is give us some really good variety costumes, but also like this is just not just this game, but like Insomniac, please just copy what Eidos did with Guardian of the Galaxy. List credit everything from your costume source, please. That's all
Yes.
I want.
Do better than just
There's
Marvel.
a part.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
There's a part if you look at the trailer, or there's a part where he's fighting in what I can tell is Yokohama.
Yes.
So it looks like he's traveling the world here,
which
and that's making me happy.
I really do like that. I'm gonna.
And the reason I can tell it's Yokohama is because I play a lot of Yakuza games. So
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, I don't know.
You turn the corner and then it's just like.
We're back in Comrade Show again.
I just imagine Ichiban popping around a corner and seeing Wolverine, and then just slowly backing away.
Exactly.
Go back to racing with Sonic.
Yes. Okay. So now we're gonna get into all the Wolverine fan stuff. Like, first of all, I love his messed up teeth. Like, his teeth aren't perfectly aligned, like a guy who's had his teeth broken and regrown multiple times over and over again. And I love details like that. I love that detail that, like, his bottom teeth are just kind of like not perfect. Also, for the implication that his healing factor resets him to a default state, which we don't actually ask those questions, because it's like, if mutations show up during puberty, then why does he have a beard constantly? Anyways, like, why is that his default? But
first off, we got a confirmed actor for him, which I do like. Yes. Right away. He's played by
Liam McIntyre.
Who, if you don't know,
yes,
played Weather Wizard in The Flash.
Yes, he was also like Spartacus.
He was
Spartacus.
Captain, he was Captain Boomerang in Suicide Squad. Held it back. He was Tyron Maculos in Jedi Fallen Order, and he was the voice of Aquaman in the Tomorrowverse.
He scared the crap out of me as Malkios in Fallen Order.
Isn't that boss fight hard?
It's so hard. He's so scary. Veloquence. This is the thing. Yes, I am not a big time gamer, even though I own a Switch 2 and a PS5. I'm a very specific type of gamer. Like, you put Wolverine in a game and I'm there. You make Darkstalkers, I'm there. You make Metroid, I'm there. But, like, when people are like, oh, look at the new Thingamadoo, and I'm like, cool. It's like, I'm very specific in my gaming. Yeah. I'm playing Indiana Jones right now. I got Digimon coming up. Like,
oh yes, we got an Australian.
Yes,
playing Logan.
I love that. So, like, first of all, Liam McIntyre is a great actor. Who's never, like, gotten his, like, big break. Like, I think the biggest thing he did was Spartacus. He's great. I was, like, so happy when the casting came up, because I recognized his face. I had that actor sense where I was like, I know that face. And then I was really happy that I was right.
I know that feel.
Yeah. But no, I think he's great casting. It's another Australian playing Wolverine, which I think is funny. Because that happens. Either Wolverine is played by an Australian, or he is voiced by a Canadian, or he's voiced by a Canadian with an Australian accent in Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends. So, that being said, I love the Indiana Jones game, but it is really hard. It takes a lot of brain power, because you have to, like, strategize, because you can't just punch Nazis willy-nilly. You have a stamina bar.
I really like Liam's voice. He has that kind of old. I like my Logan sounding old. He sounds definitely, he's been through shit, which I like about his voice a lot.
I love the voice a lot. I love that it's not super gravelly and super growly too, because they are going for a more realistic art style and they are motion capturing him. So you don't want to
You're
have
not
like
gonna get,
overly cartoony growly going on.
you're not gonna have a Cal Dot or a
Yeah.
Steve Bloom gonna growl voice like this.
Exactly,
Not
because like a lot of people are like, "Oh, I'm sad Steve Bloom's not doing it." I'm like, "Yeah, but Steve Bloom's voice doesn't work with this style, right? Like it works better with like a Marvel Rivals and Ultimate Alliance and Midnight Suns type. Whereas this, I think, works, you know, again because the actor's doing the motion capture. So I really like the casting. So next thing I really like, they got Jacques, the artist, the comic artist Jacques, to do the box art. It's not just a damn render over a background.
It's still just character on color background. At
But
least
it's
it looks
Jacques.
nice. Yeah, because it's drawn. It's not just character render. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's the
no,
big thing.
that's the thing. I do not like the Insomniac box arts. I love that they had alternate covers with the first release version, so I always flipped them over. I love that this is a piece of art from Jacques. That is
How do you
great.
feel about the suit? How do you feel about the suit design of the design?
The
of
suit design is everything I wanted the Deadpool and Wolverine suit to be. I just don't like the Deadpool and Wolverine suit, but the shoulder
I'm sure you
pads plus
want,
the big gloves, like that kind of like to make his arms look shorter, like I like that specific.
I'm sure you're
What?
gonna switch it to brown as soon as you get it, though.
You know it.
I like that it's black and yellow, not black and not yellow,
Yellow
and
and
blue. 'Cause I
blue,
love
yeah.
Yeah, cause I love yellow and blue Logan, but I think in this realistic world, I think the black makes more sense than the
Mhm.
blue in this context.
People were complaining he has body armor, and I'm like, you guys do not understand Wolverine. That man
But
can
there's a
come
great-
back from
there's-
anything, but it hurts like shit every single time.
Yeah, it still hurts. Yep.
It's almost a great clip from Superhero Squad. I only seen it, but like,
Yeah.
just because I can heal to be I don't like getting hurt a lot. It's like
Exactly. Like he feels pain when he pops his claws. Okay. Like
It's same thing. It's same thing. Like someone asks, "Why does Sonic drive a car?" And there's a great in the IW 30th anniversary comic. Sonic's like, "I don't, I can run fast, but sometimes I do want to run, man. I just want to relax."
why does
Like,
Wonder Woman have an invisible jet? Because carrying a passenger is not only dangerous, but it wears her out. Like carrying Steve Trevor's heavy ass around is not fun, when you're flying. So put him in the jet, and that way you don't wear out before you have to go fight the bad guy.
say about
Yes.
the on the mask at least is I don't know if it's just how the way designed, but it looks like he has like the Batman eyeshadow thing going on, but he's has like the mesh on his white eyes there.
Yeah, he's got he's got mesh over his eyes to make him white, which I think is neat.
But like you know what I mean, right?
Yeah, it's got like the little folds of I don't think it's eye makeup. I think it's just like a nylon where it's like kind of been beat up around the eyes a little
That's what
bit.
it looks like.
It probably is what it is, but that's what I automatically thought of when I saw that
Yeah.
up close shot. Like it's like that one shot in Batman Returns where Bruce took off the cowl
And
for
it's-
Selena, and he still has the eye makeup on. It's such like that.
Yeah. The other thing I really liked was this shot of him as Logan, where you can see his face, because they threw in like gray hairs, which I think is just such a neat little detail. I think that's just such a neat little, like, they threw in some extra gray hairs. Like, he's old, but he's not, like, ancient, right? He ages slow. I think it's kind of like the thing is, like, Logan's whole, like, aging thing is he ages, he's not immortal. Like, he will die eventually, but, like, his healing factor is just keeping off anything that could kill him, right? So, as long as the healing factor is still strong, he's going to live for a long time. But he's like, I kind of like this idea that he's slowly aging. Like, every 100 years is like a year for him, kind of thing. Like, he's like, every 100 years is like 50 years, whatever. Anyway, the point is he ages slow. That was my point. I got lost in my own thoughts. Veloquence asked, do we prefer traditional 5'3" comic Wolverine or 6'3" Hugh Jackman? Short king every day, all day.
Short King. Yep.
Especially that Deadpool scene.
Yes. No, it's definitely, when you do it as a movie, you just cast the actor that fits best. But when you're doing it as comics, you do animation, you do video games, make them short. It's fun.
I mean, even the Marvel fighting games, the Capcom ones, he's short.
Oh, yeah.
They had him, right?
I know that's the biggest problem with the NBC Logan Marvel Legend, but here's the thing: Bingus Logan is not meant to stand; he's meant to always crouch.
Exactly.
Them.
Yeah, he's got to be
Yeah, he's always hunched over. Yeah.
chunky. We also get to see the Princess Bar from Madripoor, which doesn't look that great on the inside. I was a little disappointed by it. I thought the exterior, I was like, oh, that's the Princess Bar. And the inside, I'm like, that's just a normal-ass bar. There'll be a little bit more going on there. That's me being bitchy. This shot here, This is more of a rendering more than a screenshot from the game. But this guy that he's fighting, it just looks like Atom Smasher from Cyberpunk, and I can't unsee it. And it's so
I'd
close
say,
that I
like-
might as well call it like plagiarism.
Do you feel cathartic
So,
when he gets ripped
any-
apart? Then
Yes,
But is there any theories on the like? Because I feel like
I
the
have
robots
theories and I have evidence.
So
let's get
what
into
do you
that
think
part.
theories?
aim or something.
Let's get into this part. All right, I got screenshots, guys, because they did not put out official screenshots for most of this stuff, so I took my own. All right, first up, Omega Red is here, because of course he is. I mean,
Yep.
pick a Wolverine villain, you're going to get
He's
Omega
old
Red.
looking.
He looks cool.
Red,
His shoulder pads are
I-
too tiny.
I do like that they choose Omega Red first and not like Sabretooth. Because Sabretooth is like the most obvious
Yeah.
like Wolverine rival. So I'm glad they choose.
It's kind of like how
Omega
they
Red.
held off on Green Goblin this whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think Omega Red looks pretty good, but I do think his shoulder pads are tiny and it bugs me. He's a character from the 90s. He should have gigantic shoulder pads. But I think he looks pretty good. I think this kind of makes sense as like kind of... I wonder if... Is he going to... Like, because I'm just going to go off formulas. Of course, Insomniac could change up everything they've ever done. But like in the Spider-Man games, like you fight Kingpin pretty early on, right? And then it's like that's like your first major fight, so you understand how boss fights work. That kind of feels like where Omega Red would fit, but he could also be like a sub-boss later. He could be like, they could be building up to do like a Sinister Six of Wolverine's villains. I just think it's cool, and I'm also really happy he wasn't in the leaks. Like, Insomniac is paying attention to what leaked, so they could still show us something new. I think that was really smart. I've seen a lot of companies where stuff leaks, and then they just show the same thing that already leaked, and so it fails to draw attention and buzz because people already knew about it. Like, if you have a leak, pay attention to see something you just leaked, so that way you can pivot your marketing to show something new, right? So Omega Red was new. We didn't know Omega Red was in the game. So I'm really happy about that. You guys got any thoughts on Omega Red? He just looks cool. I mean, it's kind of his whole deal.
Like I said, I just wonder how old he is here.
Yeah.
Like how in the future is this? Like, are the other X-Men dead or like?
Well, one of the leaks will tell us that answer. Common Jojo says Omega Red was in the leaks. Well, I'm gonna say he wasn't, but the other thing definitely wasn't. I know this for sure.
I don't
All
look
right.
at the links very much.
Next up, this shot of Wolverine healing, where you can see his skeleton underneath,
Yeah,
is
his face. Yeah,
amazing.
I
That
love
is
that.
incredible. Also, here's what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping he takes damage throughout the game, and you see it on the character model, and then he
Just like
eventually
I mean,
heals.
if X-Men Origins did it,
Yes. And the Deadpool game did it too, even though Deadpool had like
Yeah.
the costume reforming, which was a little weird. But I would love if he had like a healing mechanic where it's like he gets something clawed off his face and then he heals back up. Like you see it in the character model after the fight. Would love that.
Yep.
Would absolutely love that. And it kind of feels like a hint towards that, even though it's a cutscene. It looks really nice. Also, they said that they're revolutionized blood tech for this game. Like they're doing stuff
Blood
that's
tech,
never been done with
whatever that
blood
means.
before. So neat.
all we know is you and me said we hope they don't get like the Mortal Kombat devs.
I'm
Yeah.
hoping it's not. Yeah,
Were they-
they go.
Don't
like,
get
traumatize.
gross.
Don't traumatize people.
Yep.
For real.
All right, this shot of him fighting not Atom Smasher. People were complaining that this game was all cutscenes, and I'm like, you literally have never touched a video game before because this is the most video game-ass gameplay look that you could have in the entire
Yeah,
trailer.
legit.
Because he stalls and freezes like you're trying to do the QuickTime event.
Exactly.
So,
Tell by the animation, yeah.
yeah. I really do like it. Then we had Mystique. And this was, I know Mystique wasn't in the leaks. I paid attention to this stuff, the leaks as much as I can. Mystique was here. And I got two thoughts. First of all, they used the effect from the movies of her shape-shifting, and I'm totally cool with that. And second of all, oh my god, when was the last time Mystique was in a video game?
You know, Ultimate Alliance 3, I think is the
I was
last
gonna
one.
say
they have.
the
Yeah.
Ultimate Alliance games, yeah.
Because I'm actually glad to get the movie effects. I think, like in a realistic sense, I think that makes the most sense how Mystique's
Mhm.
powers can work. So I'm glad they did kept that. That was like, but at least she wears clothes this time, and she looks like
Yes.
Mystique.
And it's really cool, the little like clip of her fighting guys. She was sort of transitioning, like she was still had the robot legs, and then like in that same shot, she gets normal legs because she's kind of doing. Oh, was she in the leaks? I guess I forgot most of the leaks aside from Jean Grey. I guess my focus was I want Jean Grey in this game, and Jean Grey's in the leaks and she's playable. So I think
She's probably okay.
Yeah. I guess we're gonna talk about it. Mystique
I
is probably in a
avoided-
Black Cat type role, right?
Hmm.
Yeah, Mystique wasn't in Midnight Suns. No, she wasn't. Mystique, I think, is a black cat type role here. Supporting cast member, you work with her on missions, but not like playable, because Jean Grey is playable in the leaks, which should still be the case, because I don't think they'd be scrapping an entire playable character. And I feel like Jean Grey is gonna do like the Mary Jane missions, like you have like those side missions with Mary Jane.
I avoided the leaks, so oops, sorry.
Yeah, no, it's good, but
Me too.
I don't want to talk about the leaks too much, but they could have. I think they could have rolled out Jean Grey, and then it would have just been like the leaks. But like I think, we saw. I guess. Yeah, the leaks weren't. Yeah, like Common Judge mentioned, leaks weren't super massive. Like there was very few little things. Jean was using her non-Phoenix powers. I don't know if that's a spoiler, but like it was nice to see non-Phoenix non-Phoenix stuff with Jean.
The question about Mystique. Also, welcome, Leos.
Yeah.
How much is Mystique part of Logan's story? Because I know that was something in Wolverine X-Men, but
Yes.
I wasn't sure.
No,
that
Mystique
was...
and Wolverine have a huge backs. They have a kid together.
Okay. I was making. I wasn't. I was making sure because I wasn't sure. Like because I know there was a thing with them.
Listen, Ron. Mystique has this ability to just fuck anything.
Oh yeah, I know that, but I'm more talking. I wasn't sure if Wolverine X-Men that was something they made up for that show, or that was actually part of Logan's story. Okay, I couldn't know.
I think it was in the comics. Yeah.
Yeah. No, there's like a whole like Wolverine arc in the 2000s that features Mystique, and there's also like a whole like Mystique comic where Wolverine's like a supporting cast member. So, yeah. Oh, wow, there was a script leak. Dang, I really did hyper focus on Jean Grey and nothing else from the leaks, didn't I?
Let's keep the leak talk down the minute for people who do want to.
Yeah, I did not know there was that much. I thought it was just like, oh, here's Jean Grey, like, because that that kind of made sense just because the way the other Insomniac games had gone, right? So I will just leave that at that because that was the only thing I thought that was all we knew. I did not realize there was all that stuff. Also, I have to show you guys that. Why is there not a picture of it? Anyways, there's a character named Ray's Darkholme who's like Wolverine and Mystique's kid from an alternate timeline. So, anyways, all right. So, what I can't figure out is if the villains in this game are Reavers or Prime Sentinels, because there's a Trask logo on a building in the trailer, and that logo's on everybody's chest, so that kind of implies Sentinel tech. But now I'm kind of wondering if it's Sentinel tech given to the Reavers, because when I see cyborgs hunting mutants, I think Reavers, because that's how my brain works. Which also means Reavers.
But the game just merged them into one.
That's what I was thinking. Like, what if it's Reavers, but their tech is provided by, what's his name? Boulevard Trask, right? Because that's kind of my thought, is that they've kind of merged them together, because I feel like they did that in Spider-Man. They did that in Spider-Man, right?
Like, sort of, kind of, yeah.
I mean, they had us fighting Kraven guys and symbiote guys at the same time. So
okay, so I was thinking of the story. Who's the villain could be? I was thinking it was gonna be who's this? The guy who did Logan's experiment in the first place. I forget the name of the doctor dude.
I always forget his name because he's not a character. And if you're thinking William Stryker, William Stryker is a different person. The movies made William Stryker like the guy that made Logan.
Not Stryker. Not Stryker. He was in both Wolverine X-Men and the '90s cartoon. The guy with the glasses. I
always call him Weapon X Doctor because he didn't have a name. Yeah, I remembered.
Okay, because I thought it was gonna be him because he's kind of usually a big part of Logan's story.
Yeah,
and such as that.
I think it's gonna be some kind of mix because the thing is, if you do the Reavers, you can do Lady Deathstrike because she's part of the Reavers, and you could do crazy shit like Bone Breaker. Do you not want to have a dude who's half tank?
Bone Breaker.
The Punisher game understood this.
Yeah,
he was in that boss, game. That boss would definitely be insane.
Like, you could do that. You can do Pretty Boy. You could have, like, Skull Cruncher. Like, there's all kinds of cool Reavers they're like made to be video game bad guys. The Punisher game understood this. They're like, we're not even doing a Wolverine thing.
I remember when we first played it. We were like, wait, why are they here? They're X-Men people. I'm like, I don't know, but they're in here.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I was like, these are all like X-Men villains. Why are they in the Punisher game? And, it's because they're made to
because
be
Punisher doesn't have a whole list of villains to run with.
Exactly.
Because he usually picks them out.
We're talking his villains are the police.
This is true.
His villains are corrupt police, the Kingpin, Jigsaw, and that's about it.
And they put all of them in there except for the corrupt police because of laws.
He does what he sets out to do.
Yep.
Just like with Superman, that skit. You ever heard of any of these villains? No, that's because I do my job.
But yeah, anyways, the Reavers are great, and they make great villains, and they're all cyborgs. So that's why I'm thinking, he's cutting up cyborgs, Reavers via Trask Tech. That'd be cool. That'd be a cool merger.
Reavers make more sense than what I was thinking.
Also, Sentinel. There's a giant Sentinel that may be Master Mold. Just depends. Sentinel scaling's weird. Sometimes it's like, that's a giant one, that must be Master Mold. And sometimes it's like...
And sometimes we just make them huge, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the one in the X-Men Origin Wolverine game, that one was giant. I remember, right?
Yeah, that one was huge. So yeah, I mean, this is pretty exciting, because... Oh, LPH says, will his son be in the game? Yeah, toss-up. Who's the plant for the second game? Is it going to be Laura or Dakin? Right?
That's the big question, yeah.
Who's getting the Miles Morales role in this game? Is it Laura or Dakin?
It's gonna be Laura. I think it's
It kind of makes sense to have Laura, because you could have a mission where he saves Laura, and then she shows up as a tease for the next game. Beloquent says, I know this isn't very important in the grand scheme of things, but does anyone know if it's set in the same universe as their Spider-Man games? I've heard yes.
I think it's confirmed.
Yeah, I've heard that too.
It is going to be in the same universe.
Oh, yeah, that means we get to see Peter and Logan fight it out while Peter has to kill a bitch.
Actually, that would make a really fun DLC crossover between the two games. You get to play it from both perspectives.
Exactly, Peter kills a bitch.
Right, yeah.
You mean the one time where he snuck up on Spider-Man, and then killed a woman?
Have it take place in the Black Suit arc in Spider-Man 2.
Exactly. It takes place. It's like if you buy the DLC and it works.
I just love how he has PTSD from it because he hits Mary Jane like that all the time.
It happened 3 times. I counted. Anyway, it's not all the time. It was just.
It's still fun. Sound out. Hey, it's all the time if you lived in the 90s.
Look, I'm going to be honest. Mary Jane should have left him multiple times in the 90s. Anyways, back on track.
Yes.
Back on track. They could do the DLC where it's like, if you have Spider-Man 2, you buy the DLC, it works for both. If you have Spider-Man 2, you load it in Spider-Man 2, you're playing as Peter Parker during that story. And then if you have Wolverine, you load it in and you're playing as Wolverine in that story, and that way you get both sets.
Is this the Knuckles the Sonic 2 scenario?
Yes. That's what I'm thinking in my head.
Spider-Man 2 and Wolverine.
Spider-Man 2 and Wolverine. I think this game looks great. I can't wait for the springtime reveal.
X-Men Origins Wolverine 2.
Yes.
So what Wolverine villains do you really hope to see in this game?
Not Sabretooth. I actually don't want Sabretooth. I would save him for a future game. I would save Sabretooth. That one's off. I would love to see somebody like Cyber, because we're doing all these cyborgs. Why not throw Cyber in there? That dude exists just to be a giant cyborg for Wolverine to cut up. Why not, right? Muteki, I would save Magneto for an X-Men game where he's like a playable hero character.
Cyber suit.
They're gonna put Omega Red in the game. You know they're gonna put Omega
Red's
Red
already
in
the
the
game.
They showed him. They showed him in the trailer. Yeah.
Did you watch the trailer?
No, I didn't want to.
Okay, well you're not allowed to talk during this segment.
Are you ready for the anti-cyber suit then for Logan to wear his 20-year career at the end of the game?
I mean, they kind of gave him a Sabretooth armor in the comics to fight Sabretooth one last time, so
the anti-Sabretooth suit.
The anti-Sabretooth suit already exists. Silver Samurai, Muteki said Silver Samurai. I think that's great because there's stuff in Japan.
I mean, that's a guaranteed.
Yeah.
I feel like that's definitely guaranteed.
That's a great boss fight. Veloquin says Hulk. I think Hulk would be great. Hulk would be great as well.
Oh, well, man. That'd be great. Like, you know what?
I feel like some of the characters should be for sequels, though. Like, not just Sabretooth. I feel like Silver Samurai should
I mean,
be.
That's the problem. That's the problem. This guy's there. Like,
I agree with you.
Will we get a sequel? I don't know. Like,
because there was a bunch of leaks of like future game plans in the Insomniac leak, but how many of those are still happening? And that's why we don't talk about those.
Yeah, so I don't want to sleep everyone to see, because there could be a chance that this might be the only Wolverine game we'll get from Insomniac.
I would say based on how they did Spider-Man, where they left out certain key villains like Green Goblin, right? Like, we've gotten 2 Spider-Man games. I hope we get a third to get Green Goblin, because we've set it all up now, right? But there's no guarantee. I would say that, like, we've seen so many Sabretooth stories. We could save Sabretooth, but we could use Silver Samurai. We could also use Silver Samurai and bring him back later, right? It doesn't have to be a one and done. That's the other fun part about Wolverine's villains. They keep crawling back from the dead. Phantom X is a good one. Throw Phantom X in there. That'd be fun.
I want Hulk to be like a secret boss fight. You had to do all these combo things to go fight.
Dude, how about this? The real Easter egg is that Hulk is for the second game, and then Hulk gets his own game. Boom, done.
That could work too. I think Braden mentioned Lady Deathstrike, and I think if they are doing the Reavers, then Lady Deathstrike would have to show up as part of that. Because it goes into the whole Logan's Past thing. She works with the Reavers. You got that. If we're doing Reavers, does that lead us to Donald Pierce? Does that give us the Hellfire Club? Does that mean Emma Frost is going to show up? You know, who knows? We got options. Wolverine's had so many connections to people. There's plenty of possibilities.
The biggest question is, you think Deadpool's gonna appear, or because I feel like Deadpool could either be like the Taskmaster of the game, like in Spider-Man 1, or DLC if they want to do a DLC for this game.
I would put Deadpool in DLC because I would like to go a whole Wolverine project without Deadpool. And
that's all automatic. That's all automatic sell for DLCs. We had Deadpool in the DLC. That's easy money right there.
Exactly like DLC. I thought Spider-Man 2 was going to... Spider-Man 2 kept dropping Daredevil hints, so I thought Daredevil was going to be in the Spider-Man 2 DLC, but then we didn't get it. So... But I think I would like to keep Deadpool out of the main game. I think DLC would make total sense. Muteki said flashback to 1943 and team with Captain America. They probably won't do that just because there's that other game coming out with Captain America and Black Panther.
It's in limbo, right? That's the one in limbo right now.
That game got canceled.
No, that one's still coming out. The Black Panther game got canceled, but the 1943 game is not currently canceled, but someone just leaked footage. So there's that. It seems like a lot of leakers are like, oh, this game's taking too long for news, let's leak it. And I'm like, that doesn't speed up anything. That actually slows it all down.
You got this game back. Wolverine, the fact that Wolverine came back, that like there's now is a 50-50 chance if the game leaks that it will get canceled or not now scenario.
Yeah, because like I mean, you want to talk about games? Is that Blade game ever coming out? Which coming out first, the Blade movie or the Blade game?
Blade game.
Blade game didn't even have gameplay.
At this point, I don't even know.
It's just a cutscene.
The movie, I don't know.
At least that one, you don't hear anything about the game. Blade movie. We hear so many things about that movie not being made.
That's true. The Blade game did not sell its costumes to sinners. That is true. Anyways, the important part is that this is coming out in a year, and we're getting news in the spring. And I'm probably going to end up having to buy a new DualSense because one of them's breaking, and they're probably going to put out a Wolverine Special Edition DualSense. Because if God of War can get one with no game, then that means this has got to get one, right?
Besides the brown suit, what other Logan costumes do you want to see in the game?
Astonishing. We also need the black 2000 suit that he had in Evolution and Extreme and all that.
Patches? Want patches?
We have to have a patch skin. I mean, if we're having a Madripoor stuff, I want patch like as part of the story. Like, you know those segments where you got to play as like Peter Parker in Spider-Man 2? It's that, but you play as Patch. We also should get the Age of Apocalypse one because it'd look ridiculous.
We better get Weapon X one just for a lol, just to see him running around in underwear.
He better not have pants like the Marvel Rivals skin, or I'm raising a riot.
No, you know what? What's that one cover where he's on the X-Cross and you get that skin?
Yes, but that's the thing. This is an M-rated game, so like you can put Weapon X in without pants, okay? Let's see. Kyle says you think he'll throw the black letter suit from 2000s in as a joke.
I want to see his dick flopping around.
He's gonna have the Speedo, okay? They're not gonna have both of his dicks flopping out. This is Marvel.
Yeah, exactly.
So they probably won't put the black leather suit from the movies in because we've never seen any of the Fox movie costumes ever show up in a game that wasn't a tie-in to the games, right? We never had like an homage skin to those.
That might be a licensing thing, yeah.
It might be a licensing thing, or it might just because they look like shit. But the Frank Quitely outfit I think could come in. Let me see this here. Let me pull up a picture because you guys got to remember how ridiculous this costume is.
I mean, we're definitely getting the movie the Deadpool Wolverine costume, man.
Yeah, Deadpool. That's such a given. No, I need to find the Frank Quitely art, so he looks kind of ugly. Come on, Google, stop sharing fan art. It's gonna take me a minute. Obviously, we're gonna get like, oh, here he is in a tank top because that's just how it goes.
The classical white beater.
Yep. Which is funny because he's only been married once, and that wife was beaten by Sabretooth. Anyway, sorry, I have dark jokes today, guys. That look, the one on the right, where he's just wearing an open leather jacket, and it's very funny. It's a very funny look because it's just like, it literally, he has
Is that like the '90s Peter Man slut look for Logan?
yeah, it's the cover them up slut look. That's what it is. Like, why are you wearing your jacket open all the time? There's kids at your school. Yeah.
Can you just say that about Emma Frost in general?
You want to see what Emma Frost was wearing during this time? Because I'll
Oh,
say
I
it to
know.
her as well. I mean, I'll show you what Emma was wearing while teaching classes. Like she changed out of
Listen,
it.
Emma's great at sex ed. What can I say?
That's what Emma Frost is wearing on teaching students. Girl, that ain't outfit. You wore the negative space in the wrong direction. Okay, you're supposed to negative space the other part, not
fine.
the middle part. All right.
You
got
people
It's
to
completely
teach
fine.
kids.
It's completely fine.
People comment about rivals. People saying, "Man, the rival skins are gooner bait," but the rival skins are tame.
Yes.
Compared to some outfits in
The Emma Frost rival skins
Listen.
are even tame compared to her normal stuff.
Listen, the thing about Emma is she's no Starfire, actually walking around naked in front of minors.
That is a Jeff Johns problem and not a Starfire problem. Veloquent says, I'm going to get roasted for this. Don't care for Frank Quitely art. I like Frank Quitely on Superman. I don't like Frank Quitely on X-Men.
Yeah, I like
this art. This look for Emma's great with the trench coat.
I really like new X-Men by Gary Morrison, but I really like the artwork of it personally.
I don't like the Frank Quitely stuff. I kind of like, who was it that came in? John Paul Leon, I think, did some issues. Those looked good. And the art just kept rotating through that whole era, where it's just like, my God, get an artist and stick to it. But yeah, this Emma look with the trench coat.
That's something I legitimately hate about comics nowadays, is the cycling rotation.
It's actually not a big problem now as it was like 20 years ago. That's a 20-year ago problem more so than now.
That's actually more.
Well, I feel it more only when reading Boom comics though, because Boom can't stay consistent.
That's because Boom's hiring everybody that works at Boom works at like the big two, doing other things.
Yeah, is getting hired at the other. Yeah, exactly. They're getting hired at the fucking big one.
Well, yeah, because they're making the paychecks there. Boom's not paying them much. So it's a side
because at least
exactly.
Nowadays, whenever the artist switch up, it's usually because of but whenever there's artist switch up, it's usually for story arcs. Like I think like what Dan Mora is doing like for Transformers, Skybound Transformers, he's doing the first story arc for Robert Kirkman, but I think that's only it so far. But at least
he's only doing those 6 issues and then it's switching. I like that when it's like an arc. Like you go read back. I was reading some Batman from the mid '80s, and it's just like every issue had a different artist. It's like, and they all were a little bit different too. Emilio says, "What is my favorite X-Men comic artist?" Dave Cockrum. I know he was one of the first, but like Dave Cockrum, hands down. Like that man designed a Nightcrawler costume, and nobody's been able to top it. Nightcrawler's costume has not changed in like 40 years because it's just perfect out the gate.
Who was the main artist during Astonishing?
John Cassaday.
Yeah, I really like John Cassidy's work on
really
X-Men
great.
a lot.
I miss that guy. Wish he was still around. Do artwork for us.
He's the only one. He's the only one who did Astonishing.
Yeah, I know. His artwork was so good that like words appeared out of thin air.
Yeah.
So now that our discussion about Wolverine has gone into what X-Men artists do we like, it's time to go into toy news. Emilio, let me actually do that. Let me actually for the audience, let's do an Astonishing X-Men by John Cassaday art piece so we can get an example. So people that want the visuals. Let's see. Is that a Cassaday cover? That's a Cassaday cover. And if I'm wrong, I apologize. So we have John Cassaday on Astonishing X-Men. It's a very, very clean look to a lot of his art. And then also really do love the way he does panel layouts.
It helps that like John Cassaday's art was like kind of the evergreen art of the 2000s for X-Men. It's like Mark Bagley for me with Spider-Man. Like his art, Mark Bagley's art was everywhere. Spider-Man, so I associate Spider-Man with Mark Bagley. Thanks to his art being everywhere during the
Absolutely.
2000s.
I used to think Bagley was Begley, and I thought he was related to Egg Begley Jr.
Begley Jr.
Big
Yeah.
Jr. And there's Dave Cockrum. I don't think I've talked about it enough, but that early X-Men run from like Giant Size up through Life Death is like the peak X-Men. Mark Silvestri is also great. I will shout out to Mark Silvestri, but I do like Dave Cockrum
like
more.
Mark.
Like there's this iconicism to this that is unbeaten.
Yeah, that's
the expression work is so good.
Dave Cockrum really had a lot of what made Jack Kirby's art very strong. Like his they have those very chiseled art. Like they're very much like you can see very much the definition of everybody's like
also like
muscles and details.
The layout.
Yes,
it's so mythological, like which is perfect. That's how I think it should be. You know.
Absolutely. I
like it looks bigger than life. You know, like
bigger than life. So it's like the storytelling. You'll have like very relatable characters, but the adventures are bigger than life, and I think his art captures that perfectly. Yeah, that's a perfect way of putting it. Bigger than life. All right.
Larger than life, proper.
Larger than life, bigger than life. Synonyms.
And then Backstreet Boys, I think, starts playing.
At least my dyslexia didn't kill me that much at the time.
Yeah. All right, we've got like a bunch of weird news this week for toy news, guys. It's so strange.
It's the week before Comic-Con, so we're gonna get some oddballs here and there.
Yep. All right. Toy news. First up, this is the dumbest thing I've seen Hasbro do in a while, and that's saying a lot.
I'll say.
If you order the retro card Flint for G.I. Joe Classified series and you order it from Hasbro Pulse, 82 of you will get an alternate card back where the art isn't dog shit. No disrespect to the first artist that did the first card art, but that looks awful, and I disliked it.
So wait, which one? So
this is the original that is going out to most retailers, where Flint looks like he is, he's got Dull Surprise. Does anyone remember Dull Surprise? It was an ongoing thing in the Transformers fandom, like Dreamwave comics. Everybody's art, like everybody was just drawn with their mouth hanging open.
Now, art, what he looks like? He kind of looks like small soldiers. I don't know why. He looks like a toy in the image, weirdly enough.
Yes. And then 82 people will get this art, which I don't think is that much better because it gives him way too much of a jawline, but it looks better. It looks better. It's better art.
So Hasbro's literally doing gotcha pulls.
Yes.
Where you got one art card, you got
Snag the surprise. You could score one of 82 Rich Pellegrino card backs. Why not just sell the Rich Pellegrino card back?
Because this is very much like a Zaz looks, because he came from Magic, right?
Chris Cox.
Chris Cox, yeah. Why is he Zaz? Chris Cox, yeah. Chris Cox came from Magic. Yeah.
But it's always his fault.
It's the Marge meme, right? Zaslav, no. Oh wait, sorry, Force of Habit.
Yeah, Chris Cox came from Magic, right? Out the screen, something like, "Oh, we did this whole thing of Magic's all about pulling." Random art from packs. Well, we do that for our toys,
I don't want to make this into a Magic rant, but I heard they're doing an Office. They're doing the Office as a set of Magic cards.
The Office?
What the hell are you doing at Magic?
I play Man in Desk in attack mode. I know.
Just like, oh my god. Sorry. Anyways, that was a side tangent. I don't care about Magic. I just follow it to see because it's like following the canary into the coal mine. If the canary dies, you know there's a problem. If you follow Magic, you understand how the rest of the Hasbro company operates. They are doing Star Trek Magic.
Ever wonder why Pokemon almost died during Gen 3? There you go.
Like Magic. It's gonna be like Magic.
Mm-hmm.
But this is anything like for out of box collector. This doesn't matter. But you're an inbox collector. This is gonna annoy you.
Also, the scalper market on this is gonna be bonkers.
Let's go gambling. It's the mentality right here.
Yeah, and this I gotta tell you, like only 82. Like it's a card back. Why not like 180 to it? I don't. It's just 82 because it's like the year G.I. Joe debuted, but like Flint didn't debut in year 1. This number doesn't make any damn sense. Stupid.
Some random. It just feels like out of nowhere. Like,
Yeah, it's funny because they
here's
did not put Retro Flint up for order, even though other stores did, and so they finally did, and they're like, and now it's up for order, and there's 82 of them are going to be a different card bag, and I was like, why? And also, Pulse, why'd you send me 3 emails about it? Also, at that point, why not just make the Pulse ones the exclusive card back? That would have been a better method. Who is ordering this hoping they get the card back? Like, the odds are so low.
It reminds you of the Lightning Collector Spectrum editions, but at least those were like a store exclusive, so at least they have a sort of makes sense.
Like if this was all the Pulse editions were the alternate card back, that would make more sense to me than just 82 random ones. I hope this doesn't become a trend. I hope this is it.
People were commenting how like it feels like nowadays Marvel Legend tradition are mostly just all retro card, just card backs now because they're not even retro.
Yeah.
And I feel like I feel like they're gonna do this with Marvel eventually. I don't know.
It feels a little inevitable. Blade Raider says the packaging is the trash part of the toy to me. No disrespect to the art. I love a ton of box art, but I don't want the box. Give me art books of box art. That's a money maker I don't understand why Hasbro doesn't do. Is put out art books.
Kyle, the cinematic is bleak, but at least the art from the Sonic set's really good. No, that's the thing. That's why they do all these collabs because people buy the cards for the fancy art.
But it's destroying the game itself because all the cards are tournament legal playable Magic cards.
It's their what's the term, Fortnite-ication of Magic almost feels like.
Yeah.
But like there's a difference because at least Fortnite, the whole thing is swag. You pay the swag.
And it doesn't affect gameplay. Doesn't matter what skin you're wearing. It doesn't affect. I mean, some of the gliders are so gigantic you can see people in a distance better than others. But like outside of that, it doesn't affect gameplay.
Yeah.
Anyways, and then because there's no marketing team for G.I. Joe anymore, I guess they just randomly tweeted out a render of Hit and Run.
June, October?
Like
October?
It's like they keep doing this where they're just like, let's just tweet a picture. And I'm like, I know we make the joke a lot with some video game presentations of like, that could have been a tweet. But like, I mean, I guess this does, but it also just does feel like we're never getting a G.I. Joe fan stream again.
Yeah, because isn't the
last one was in June.
Yeah, and that had to be delayed because the whole controversy of the cop.
Well, and the cop went up for pre-order, if anyone was wondering. It just went up on a random Tuesday.
Yeah. It's just weird, because I know people are getting their snake armors, I saw.
Yeah, I got mine today.
How is it? Did you open it yet?
I didn't get a chance to. It showed up 5 minutes before I got on.
But like, I don't know what's I mean, this is just Hasbro in general. Like, there's something going on. I mean, of course, the move. I imagine the move is affecting half of it.
The move's affecting it. Them firing like a lot of their staff is, I'm sure, affecting it. I think they're also just like, we don't need to put the marketing into G.I. Joe because the existing fans are gonna carry it, which is kind of true. But it does feel like they stopped pushing G.I. Joe like they were.
It's weird because I feel like Joe is the best toy line now, but like feels like Hasbro is kind of like ghosting. Like I feel like they're just kind of like ghosting along with it. Like, oh, we don't need marketing. People already know our toys are good. Like still, like it's nice to show you have like faith in the brand. It's kind of like the fact that they keep pushing it shows that they do care. Like the fact that they actually do want to have Joe still relevant to people and such like that. And it works, like the comics are still doing well, of course, and such.
But it does feel like outside of the comics, they're not trying to get Joe to any new audience. I think they were doing that. They had all these events. They were kind of pushing it. They were talking about the lore and the characters and all that. And now we get super sped convention panels and that's it. And
this Transformers is the same thing. It's not really much a Joe thing because again, like. And Marvel, because the fact it's kind of odd that Max Deadpool didn't get like a big showcase during the last Pulse stream. I realize.
Yeah, it's true. It just kind of was like we already talked about that over there, that other convention.
It's weird. It's so funny because so many people have the toy now. I've seen.
Yeah, it's already out. The release dates, but no, I think that this is just kind of an indicative thing of like Hasbro. They don't seem to be putting the effort in, and I think it's also because they don't have the people to do so anymore. Because they fired so many people. I mean, they cut 1/3 of the Marvel Legends team that does the streams. Like they've cut down their staff too much. I think.
And I think I think this kind of show. I know we're all kind of getting tired of Hasbro because of the prices and everything like that. But I think this kind of shows kind of bad faith for the company, to be honest. The fact that it does kind of feel weird that it just here's a toy. That's like you kind of want to have your announcement have pizzazz.
Yeah.
And everything. You can't just
Not to mention this. We were talking about release date slipping. I got Law and Order in from GI Joe a couple days ago, and I realized they first showed him at San Diego Comic-Con 2024. So you have stuff that comes out insanely quick, like it's like announced and released within a month, and then you have stuff that takes over a year, and there's no rhyme or reason as to when and how that happens.
I don't have them yet, but I got pre-order. Got the whole it's coming soon thing from BP Test of the X-Men 97 Wave 2 stuff.
My Emma Frost shipped today. I got 0 heads up because the Hasbro Pulse page still said November 1st. And I got I got charged for 2 G.I. Joe figures.
Oh, that's great.
I got 2 G.I. Joe figures. They said December 1st was the release date. Still say it on the page. I already got charged for them. And one of them shipped.
Yeah, same, because
I like how this is how I found out. I probably also
You
got
probably
charged
also
for
did, yeah, because like...
wait,
I got the shipping notice,
geez.
and I was like, what? The only way I know that Pulse actually is processing anything is because my PayPal account notifies me and says, hey, they took money.
Yeah, because X-Men, because I got same thing where BBTS page said November for all the X-Men 97 Wave 2 stuff, and then but then you get emails going like your pre-order's got to process soon of almost all the figures I pre-ordered for X-Men 97, plus the 2 Black Series Anakin and Obi-Wan I pre-ordered also.
Yeah, I got Pulse changed the dates on half the X-Men 97 wave to be October 13th, but Emma was one in still saying November. And yet she was the one that shipped.
I mean, hell, I got Shumagoroff right here.
Yeah,
he was supposed to be. I got him right here before. No,
and Pulse hasn't shipped any of the MVC stuff yet.
Oh, you haven't got any of them?
None of them have shipped yet. I went out looking for Wicked dolls, and I saw the Captain America and Venom set at Walmart, and I was like, maybe I should buy it. And I was like, it's Walmart, so I didn't. But yeah, it was weird. Like. It's weird how, something's up at Pulse, because they updated a bunch of dates, but then the stuff that shipped early was not the stuff they updated the dates on. And so I'm like, well, how am I supposed to know when anything is actually coming out at this point?
I think it's like, we talk about all the... It really does show how kind of bad the company is, I think, right now.
They're in a rough... I've never seen Hasbro this bad off, and I've been following them a long time.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Speaking of... There's not going to be that much news at New York Comic-Con for Hasbro because Star Wars and Marvel are being combined into one panel that lasts 45 minutes, and Transformers, G.I. Joe, and Ghostbusters are being combined into one panel for 45 minutes. And there will be fan streams that will be happening after the panels. They will be putting up fan streams at noon Eastern for Star Wars and Marvel on October 9th, and then Transformers, G.I. Joe, Ghostbusters on October 10th. So we're only getting 2 panels for 5 brands, which means there's probably not that much to talk about.
It's going to be tight.
It's going to be real tight. The Transformers one had already had a description saying that they were going to be giving pre-order information. So I don't expect any reveals. I think they're just going to tell us, now you can order your Age of the Primes Wave 4. That's kind of how I feel that's going to go. AR said they are teasing another made-to-order Marvel Legend, which is true. I think that's probably going to be the one Marvel reveal. And there's no mention of Tron, which is weird because they keep teasing Tron. Tron Ares comes out a week from Friday, and they made a blog post on the Hasbro Pulse blog, which they don't ever hardly use, and it's marked September 1st, 2026 for whatever reason, and posted that teaser that was given out on floppy disks at San Diego Comic-Con, and it says, Disney and Hasbro are excited to bring the Tron from the grid to your collection as fans gear up for the all-new film Tron Ares coming to theaters October 10th. I'm gearing up with antidepressant medication. We're discovering the digital frontier that all started with collector officings inspired by the 1982 classic and Tron Legacy. Sign up below to get notified when it's time to enter the grid. That just signs you up for all Hasbro Pulse emails, by the way. It's not Tron specific.
Mr. Hasbro, sir, what about that new movie? What new movie? There's no new movie.
Exactly. The guy who's working on this is on Instagram. He's the 3 3/4 inch guy for Star Wars that did the 3 3/4 inch stuff for Marvel. And he said they're just doing Tron and Legacy, that they might do more in the future, and to stay tuned for future announcements. It feels like they would announce this at New York Comic-Con because they keep teasing it, and New York Comic-Con is the same weekend as Tron Ares, but Tron Ares doesn't have a panel at New York Comic-Con because who cares about marketing anymore, I guess. And it doesn't seem like Hasbro's got it in their plans to announce any Tron stuff. And is the September 1st, 2026 a typo, or are these things not coming out till September 21st, 2026? So as always, Hasbro's a chaotic mess of, I don't know what's going on. Your guess is as good as mine.
I mean, the fact, here's the thing, the fact that we're not going to get toys into after the new movie comes out, I think shows some clear mismanagement for both companies, because
Absolutely.
isn't the whole point of movie tie-in toys is to hype up the movie?
That's what they did with Indiana Jones.
Yeah, and that line died off, and I think that's more due to the movie hype cycle ended, because then like the line doing badly, because it was pretty much a movie tie-in toy line. Let's face it.
Yeah.
It's just weird. Like I never heard like the only time I can think of where this happened was like what Trendmaster Godzilla for the 90s movie or something like that.
Oh,
And, like,
Fantastic Four is a good point. There's a ton of Fantastic
Yeah.
Four kids toys, and they're all showing up now after
least
the
the
movie's on
Fantastic Four-
digital.
Yep, at least the Legends came out before that, so there was at least some kind of hype.
Even though the
for
Legends
movie
weren't
release.
supposed to come out before the movie, they just came in early.
Oh wait, really?
They were like September releases.
Oh.
They just were 2 months early, like all the other Marvel Legends. Blade Raider says, "Who cares about marketing anymore? Does seem to be the shared theme between most of the industries right now." Yep, pretty much. So we're in a weird spot. It's like, why are you going to release Tron? Like, Tron Ares is a movie that's like, I don't want to doom post, but Tron Ares is a movie that's going to flop, right? Like, I don't.
Have you seen that clip of Jared Leto in the original Tron grid? It looks pretty bad.
It looks amazing, because that is the one clip that actually looks good to me, because the original
Really?
Tron grid looks like crap because it's from 1982. And they replicated it from 1982 pretty faithfully. It's incredibly flat and lifeless, which, that actually
Yes,
looks like the 82 movie in a modern camera setting, right? Because part of the appeal of the old movie is the old film cameras. So it's like a digital camera shooting an 82 background. That looks fine. It's everything else that looks like. The biggest thing is that Tron Ares has multiple daytime scenes, and that just feels wrong, because Tron never has daytime scenes until the end. It's tradition.
I guess it's a good point on why that scene works, but I don't know. It just to me, it just looks. Jared Leto looks so green screen, and I know
Well, he
this
is.
is a look at I know this is a look at the original movie, but I don't know, something I go can you at least add a shadow at the very least, sun underneath him or something like that?
Well,
There's
there's no light source, so there shouldn't be a shadow.
I guess, yeah.
That's a little that's me. That's me being a lighting tech. Sorry.
I guess, I guess it's one of those I commend it for being very faithful to the original film, but also I think you could still make it look good while also being faithful to the original films.
It's one of those maybe a little too faithful.
Yeah, I commend them, but also yeesh, it doesn't look good.
Yeah.
I think especially if you're a young, you've never watched the original Tron, that just looks bad. You don't know the context of the original film scenario.
I mean, the reason I know that movie's going to bomb is because it stars Jared Leto.
Yeah, no, definitely.
That's the end of the story there. All right, let's talk about Yellow Park. They had some Wonder Festival reveals, which I'm only going to talk about some of these, but they have a Karis Otoha Regenerate in the AMK Pro Series. And what the hell? Karis getting multiple toys from multiple companies now?
Especially because Yellow Park are usually very affordable, so affordable Karis toys.
It's his power-up form from the later part of the series, so he's got all the gold accents, and he comes with the cape.
Man, he is Garo.
He really is Garo. His power-up form is a cape. Storm Collectibles also has their own Karis Regenerate coming out as a convention exclusive, and I tried to get an image that wasn't on Facebook and couldn't. So I'm just going to tell you about it now. Weird how that's all working out. Also interesting, they apparently do have a Tatsunoko license, because there's Speedy Ceviche, or whatever his Japanese name was, from Samurai Pizza Cats.
Right, Pizza Cats. With Volts V also. So affordable Volts V.
We have never had affordable Samurai Pizza Cats toys. Is this going to be it? It's going to be our day?
Oh, and they're doing Metal Slug also.
They are. Yellow Park has been pretty affordable, so let's see how those Metal Slug look great. Yeah, they have a lot of cool stuff going on here. And some more teasers for Transformers. But is this going to be our first Pizza Cats that are affordable?
Yeah.
Real curious.
Maybe you should You should like wink at both Yellow Park and Blockies to get them to sponsor you, like they
I
do
should.
other reviewers.
I don't know what to do to get their attention, but we shall see.
I think you just need. I think you just need to talk.
You
Every time,
gotta
like,
buy
from
a
what,
bunch of their stupid ass packs.
or just talk to them, or I think just talk about them, because like I just need to just talk to Blockies, and the next thing you know, Blockies hit them up with an email saying like,
I
"Hey, you
tried
want me to
that with
sponsor-"
Bai, and it didn't work my way. But maybe it just depends because I will talk about them if I like them and I'm interested. Like this Karis, I'm gonna buy this Karis and I'm gonna review this Karis, and let's see if that
I
opens
mean,
the door.
both Yellow Park and
Because I wanted to get
Blockies.
into the Ultraman blockies, but then I found out how Ultraman blockies are all random and they're not like the Transformers where you can just buy a set and they're complete.
Really? Because I need to double check on the Ultra how they do. Because I know for all like
Like from what I
Ultraman,
read, Ultra is like kind of like candy toys. You'll get like doubles of stuff possibly that
I
aren't
need to
like
check more videos of
that.
Ultra. Because I've seen people who buy full cases of like the other like not just Transformers, but like their like the was the Rider or the
King
that
Oger.
like their King Oger, and they get a full set. So I think Ultraman should be also a full set also. Because the only thing random is if you get the chase variant or not of the specific character in that set. Is such. I don't think Ultra should work any different.
Anyways, if Yellow Park and Blockies are listening, let's collab. I'm down for it, but we gotta have a conversation. that's the biggest thing.
I mean, Blockies and Yellow Park over here, like making affordable toys where everybody else
Yes.
is like, will raise the price because they're like their new like Marvel, their Marvel and DC like champion class like model kits are only $20 and they're like really posable and look really nice and like, how are you doing this?
We shall see. All right. Speaking of surprisingly affordable, the McFarlane Toys Harley Quinn Suicide Squad crowdfund on the Collectors Club drawing board is already at 63% funded. So now you guys know why they did this as a crowdfund. The thing that surprised me is that the base tier's $30. That's cheaper than a collector edition.
It practically is a collector edition.
It practically is, but collector editions are 33 to 35 depending on what store you go to now. Like, all the deluxe theatrical edition figures for Batman Returns were 35 and don't come with all this stuff. So, like, this is officially more affordable than a collector edition figure. And then the version that comes with 4 extra faces, the alternate jacket, and all that is 35. Which doesn't even feel like that much of a price increase. Like, why? I guess that's probably the whole idea.
That's the usual price of a collector edition, right?
Yeah, and this one has got like a whole swappable arms and jacket and a mallet and extra faces. And then for $50, you get the Joker. So the Joker's only like $15.
I think I know why, because I just realized he is just reusing the Infinite Frontier body with the
new head.
little head.
But that's never stopped Todd before for selling a figure with a head swap for the full price, right?
Yeah, true.
$15 for Joker, and then what is that? Another $20 on top of that. You get the Harley in the alternate colors.
Yeah.
This is insanely affordable. This is like the first time I've seen a crowdfund be cheaper than the actual product would be at retail.
Surprisingly. So, like...
It's probably why it's got 2,000 backers, 28 days to go. It's at 63% of its goal. 59 people have done the base Harley. 553 have done the Harley with accessories. 420 have done the bundle with Joker. And 1,334 have done the bundle of all three.
I mean, the 35 is like a good deal because... realistically, who wants the Leto?
I don't want the Leto. And the fact they're charging so cheap for Leto just really shows at least McFarlane understands that guy can't sell tickets. I thought I was gonna skip this.
I just find it funny that they didn't bother to give Leto his own body. They just used the Joker body for Leto.
I was originally gonna skip this, but like the level 2 Harley being $35, I'm like, no, actually, I think I do want that. I think that's actually that's a good deal, and that looks like a good figure. I thought it was going to be like, $50 base tier, $55 or $60, $70. I thought it was going to be like crazy expensive because of the fabric stockings and all that. But like her being that price, sure. I mean, that's easier to get than most of the female collector edition figures that sell out in half a minute.
Yeah.
Weird times.
Maybe they should do all. They should do all the females in this style.
Honestly, they would be easier to order. They'd sell more of them, and honestly, might be more successful. And the figures might be better because they could probably include more stuff. I will say, every other crowdfund campaign should look at McFarlane Toys' drawing board because the last 2 campaigns have been insanely successful. And I think offering multiple tiers for your product and letting people pick and choose what they actually want instead of making it like a big package, I think is kind of ingenious. And
Yes, we know you're talking about yes, we know we're talking about the gunship.
I know. I think the gunship would have been way more successful if it was done like a drawing
tiers.
board. Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of McFarlane, in a surprise twist, I'm not done collecting Batmobiles. So at a eBay Games Canada special event, there is a McFarlane Toys 66 Batmobile in 7-inch scale. So I have 2 questions. 1, when and how do I buy it? And 2, are you making Robin? Because otherwise that empty seat's going to be, like, bad. I want a Robin. I guess question 3, is it coming with Robin, or is Robin going to be a separate release? Because there's 2 seats.
That'd be the smart thing to do. Is they include Robin like they did like the Alfreds and the Lucius Fox with the other ones.
That would make a lot of sense. I think they should actually do that. If they include Robin, and it's like, okay, cool, you got your Adam West, you get your Burt Ward Robin with the Batmobile, like, and you're done. You don't have to go back and do everybody. Like, it'd be nice if they did, but we're too late in the line to be doing that. So I think this is great. Now, there is also the option of, what if this is a crowdfund?
I mean, or as we seen, it said that the McFarlane crowdfunds are actually not bad.
I would not. I wouldn't mind it as a crowdfund either. Because it was shown at an EB Games booth, I have a feeling this is the next GameStop exclusive after the Duck. If I were to take a guess. So cool. All right, Takara Tomy had a stream for T-Spark, which they announced some stuff. There's a Masterpiece movie Sideway. I heard ducks.
You mentioned the duck.
I love it. I need to upload a cow's sound to the soundboard. Anyways, there's a Masterpiece Movie Next Sideswipe because they've rebranded Masterpiece Movie Series to Masterpiece Movie Next. What does that mean? Probably nothing, because MPG has meant absolutely nothing. They're just restarting the numbers again. So that's
asterisk on him. There should be asterisk on him going, you must have a stand included because he has no feet.
Yes, exactly. So there he is. That's cool. We'll see more later. They then announced a brand new line called Transformers Overgear, which are supposed to be more realistically styled transforming robots.
Welcome back, Alternator.
Yeah, welcome back, Alternators, basically. Then they announced MPG, Soundwave, and Blaster, and Ram Horn and either Eject or Rewind. They used the G1 artwork silhouettes, by the way. These are not silhouettes of the toys. And then they showed Soundwave, which I'm sure you guys want to know what I think.
I'd say, especially compared to the Studio Series.
So, I did talk about last week with the Studio Series. I said the Masterpiece was like the template. It's what you should do. And, you know, it works great, right? Okay, so I brought this in. You know what I did? I was like, let's be fair. I have brought the Masterpiece Soundwave. So, if you guys are wondering, what's the difference between the one you're holding and the one that is on screen? You know, what's the difference between Encom OS 12 and last year's model? Well, we put a 12 on the box. It literally is that because it's just a straight repaint of this toy. This 13-year-old Masterpiece is now more cartoon colored. He's still too bright, but I'm going to let that go.
He's a little more close. He's a little more closer to than the Studio Series. I'll say that.
Yes, so, way closer than the Studio Series is, for sure.
You know what? You know the one thing you haven't mentioned about both this and the Studio Series one is the window, because well, I understand why they make it transparent because you want to see the deck inside.
It shouldn't be transparent, should it?
Yeah. Cartoons now always have the tinted window.
Which would, if it was fully painted over, then it wouldn't be a problem that the cassettes don't look like cassettes, because then you're not looking at them at any point in time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Steeljaw does have a Masterpiece mold. That is correct. And they just never released him as Steeljaw because they didn't do Blaster. So my only problem with... I have no problems with Masterpiece Soundwave as he exists, right? And I want to say that he's got the extending index finger. The proportions are correct. You know, some people complain about these side bits. I don't mind them too much. They blend into the leg nice and neat. I love that you can load 3 G1 size cassettes in his chest. Like, you can load 3 of them in there, and you can pull the little trigger on the back, and it, like, launches them forward one at a time. Really cool stuff. By the way, batteries do not store in the battery compartment. Correction from last week. The shoulder cannon folds down, and then the other one plugs next to it. The original G1 toy, this part of the thing would come down and they'd actually load in like batteries. But that also makes his chest bulkier, so, you know, I get that.
Makes him more fat.
So, also, by the way, Masterpiece Laserbeak is the best Laserbeak of all time. I'm going to transform him on stream for you guys because you need to see how genius this is. This is absolutely, like, genius engineering. It is the best Laserbeak ever made because there's no separate pieces. There's no parts forming with the guns. They're worked into the design. It actually looks like a tape, and it looks... I don't even know how they do this. I've had this for, like, 13 years, and I still don't exactly comprehend how someone engineers a perfect Laserbeak like this. Like, it's insane. Absolutely insane. It goes from a perfect tape mode to a perfect cartoon mode. No notes. Okay, so my only thing with them repainting Soundwave is I wish they would have made one change to the mold. And that's his stupid hips. Because he doesn't have forward-moving hips. He has outward hips that you then have to rotate to get them to move forward, and they only move forward a little bit because his skirt gets in the way.
It's like the original toy hips, right? Pretty much.
It's pretty much like the original toy hips. It reminds me a lot of the old Marvel Legends ball hips from the Toy Biz era. That's how they work. So you can't get any leg movement forward unless you kick it forward on the transformation joint, and at that point it looks a little ridiculous. So he kind of ends up standing stock a whole lot. So the thing is, the MPG did not fix the hips because I can see them in the photo. They just repainted this toy, and I think that's totally fine, but if I was going to say, like, they should have at least tried to re-engineer the hips, give it a little bit of a reversion, considering this probably will cost like twice what this did because of all the inflation that's happened in the last 13 years. That being said, I did say last week, nothing can really get better than the Masterpiece at this point. Like, it's still, I think the Masterpiece is the best. I will still say that as the MPG, I think it looks good. I think it looks great. It is funny that they announced this right after the Studio Series got shown. I think the timing is really funny on that. But I do think Takara should have at least re-engineered the hips, because that was the only real thing I didn't like about the original. And that's the whole reason I brought Masterpiece Soundwave in, because he's still the best. Also, I talked about the gun barrel being the wrong position on the Studio Series, and how that never happened before, but correction, it did happen on the Kingdom one. They molded the Kingdom one horizontally instead of vertically. Not sure why, on either of them, why that's the case, because every artwork of Soundwave, it's facing the other direction. So, weird stuff. Anyways, that was that. They also showed Missing Link Ultra Magnus, and then somebody actually, like, handled the toy, which is fun, because then you could kind of see how his articulation works. That toy is also really, really cool, and I look forward to it. He's got ankle tilts. He's got what Vector... I was going to call him Vector Sigma. Alpha Trion has. Alpha Trion doesn't have ankle tilts. But I like the way that they work the engineering into the Magnus, because it still keeps the G1 look while making him, you know, more articulated. So I think that was it, though.
There was Ava Prime.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
Which they resurrect the Invasion of Optimus Prime like mold.
So they pulled a mold from 10 years ago and then made it slightly Ava themed.
Yeah, which, I mean, it makes sense. The movie Prime, like, such a distance version of Prime, has very much the Ava 1 stylization. Makes sense, but just find it funny they brought back the Invasion of Optimus Prime mold from the graveyard for this collab scenario.
I hope it still holds up after all this time. It's been a long time since that mold been around.
There's something always funny whenever Hasbro or Takara bring back old molds.
Yeah.
For the limelight.
I think it's funny too that they did that. They did that with Soundwave as well. This thing's 13 years old.
I mean, that'd be funny is the TF1 toy line bringing back goddamn like bot shots and
oh my god, yes.
RE15 like mini con gimmicks.
Spiders Prime says it's their big leader evasion mode Optimus. Okay, yeah.
You know,
it's the Takara one.
But
it's still like 10 years old at this point. When was?
Yeah, I recognize that mold because I love that toy as a kid. I had that toy as a 14-year-old. But
there
still,
was a Pointless Hub video that came out about Age of Extinction, and the thumbnail just called it Age of Consent.
Oh, that was the Pointless Hub. Yeah, the Pointless Hub.
And I just every time I think of Age of Extinction now, I'm just like that's coming to my brain.
Because it's the perfect summation of that movie.
Yes.
Speaking of Transformers, did you heard that Earthspark might come back for a season before.
I thought I was free of that show disappointing me, but what?
Yeah, apparently, the second showrunner of the show tweeted out, "We just wrapped production on Transport Earthspark." I'm like, it wasn't done. Okay.
I thought it was. I didn't watch season 3 because of how bad season 2 was. Wasn't bad, but it was just disappointing. I guess there's more.
It's still gonna be bad.
Well, yeah, but I was surprised because I thought Cyberworld was the replacement.
Yeah, I thought
Earthspark,
Is that why we still get Earthspark toys?
I guess because it was confirmed on his Instagram that they did wrap production of a.
Is it a season or is it just like a special? Like,
Well, because there was apparently there was a leak Hasbro thing a while
Yeah.
back ago, like about like the plans, and apparently Earthspark was gonna have like because season 3 quote unquote season 2 part 2
Yeah.
practically, that there was gonna be a season 2 special. So I think they might do a Cyberverse thing and have Earthspark conclude with specials. Then I'm assuming that's
that
how
makes
weird.
it took this long though. Like Paramount's
Yeah,
owned by different people now.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I was surprised to hear that because, but like it was official. It's like from the showrunner saying they wrap production.
Well, I
and
guess
they
we're
don't
getting
usually-
something else. That's wild.
I guess that's what I don't know, like because I feel like because I guess it's just weird because I guess Cyber World was meant to be a filler into Earthspark was finished, maybe because I don't know what.
What is
I don't know
Cyberworld then, if not a filler till the next movie or show or whatever?
Oh yeah, because Cyber World was always a filler, but I guess it was not meant to be the replacement, but like full replacement Earthspark scenario like that.
Bizarre. Let's see. AR said, "How are the Earthspark toys? The Warrior classes are fine to great.
They're fine.
They're fine to great, and then all the other toys are crap. Like because the thing is, I think there's some really great Warrior class figures. Like I think Nightshade is amazing. That's a top tier figure. But then like there's some others where it's like that Megatron's kind of abysmal.
How's hashtag?
Hashtag's pretty good. Her. She's not anything revolutionary, but she's solid. And honestly, in this storyline, I can say that's a huge positive. So she's pretty solid. I haven't had any luck finding Soundwave. I hope I can find Spitfire and Cosmos, but more important, I want Spitfire because like the Terrans are never getting the new toys again. So yeah, it's weird. Earthspark's in a weird spot. Oh, by the way, people keep saying that Tales of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is going to have like 4 seasons because Playmates said so, but someone dug up an old ad for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 4, the movie they never made, and it was an advertisement from a Playmates catalog saying Ninja Turtles 4 coming in 1996 and we'll have toys for it. So Playmates advertising what would be canceled projects is not anything new, and we shouldn't take them as a news source.
Yep. It's nothing new for them.
All right, moving on. There is a
nothing new.
That was so loud, my heart stopped for a moment. I think he shocked me.
Excuse me.
I'm good. There was a Garo Zoids release for the Garo Tiger.
Yeah. Wait. This actually look cool. I'm looking at it, but
it's very chromed. It's an actual.
Oh boy,
Zoids.
does that mean flakes or?
Is it the same one that was shown? Is it the same one that was shown previously?
This was shown officially like 4 days ago. So
it's sad that you have to make that distinction. Say it's an actual Zoid, because some of the previous ones, yeah.
Wheels, you have access to all the notes for the show. You can find it. It looks very flaky because it's a model kit style, right? Am I wrong that it looks like a model kit? It looks like a model kit to me.
I like how Muteki just even asked, yeah, you know it's gonna flake. I'm like, yeah, that's true.
It's part T-Spark, but it's probably not a model kit because T-Sparks are all like physical things.
Yeah, but it's also Synergenics. Which weird. I don't know. It looks very model kitty to me. Let's see. Let's go to the page and find out. It's for the Garo 20th, but it's themed to the Taiga movie, which I think comes out soon. Oh, the Taiga movie comes out this weekend.
I got that the new Jam Project song so good. I love it.
They never miss. That's great. Goods. I love how the goods list is random apparel, acrylic keychains, 7,700 yen. It's only 7,700 yen. Maybe it is a model kit. There ain't no way that's an
okay. So yeah, this looks okay. So if this is what I think it is, I think this is either a new version of the previous one that we saw, but in the T-Spark line. Because the previous one was just a crossover with a Zoids Wild kit, and this still looks like it's still loosely based on the Wild design that me and Metal saw ago. When they first announced another crossover. Unless this is the same crossover and that just got leaked earlier.
Let's try the translate post option on Twitter here. Yeah, it just says advanced orders now available at Makai Roku, which is the Garo shop. Dream collaboration in Garo and Zoids. Yeah, it doesn't say what type of product it is, and I can't find a product page. It requires 3.
Yeah, because I remember
batteries.
me and Metal talking about when this was originally shown at a show.
Because I'm seeing like the hollowness in the legs. I would not expect that kind of hollowness in the legs if it was a fully.
This is just a Wild kit. I think this is just the Wild. Unfortunately, the Wild kit again that was shown off briefly, and then like, they just stopped talking about it.
Also says looks like a Zoids Wild Wolf toy. Because 7,700 yen, like I don't know Zoids pricing, but is this like? And that's the thing about T-Spark and Synergenics that's been weird is that like Takara just seems to be using that name for everything, regardless of the type of product. Even though like a lot of it has been pre-built figures, right? I guess they're just
like the new X-Kaiser or the Ryukendo toys.
Yeah, like those are pre-built figures, but yet this is, I think, this looks like a model kit. But yet it's under T-Spark Syner. I guess it's because it's a crossover, so it has to fall under Synergenics, and Synergenics is under T-Spark. My head just split in half.
Well, don't forget too the Ronin Warrior toy that was announced at the same stream looks more like almost like an Armor Plus figure, and they're like, "Oh this is like a really super update."
Is that a different toy from the 30-minute mission kit they announced for Ronin Warrior?
Yeah, the one that Takara announced. Because what happened was we'll finish talking about the Garo thing because
I'm done.
I guess
don't
you're
have anything
not
else to
talking
say.
about
It's
Ronin Warriors.
7,700 yen, and it's exclusive to Japan, so that's all I got.
Okay, so the original Ronin Warriors toys, a lot of people always thought they were Bandai toys. They were actually Takara toys brought over by Playmates, and then Bandai got the license to make Armor Pluses and do the 30-minute mission and yada yada yada. And Sentinel also makes his Armor Plus like figures. So the one that is currently coming out from Takara is going to be like a super collector's update version of the old Playmates Takara molds that we used to have back in the 90s and early 2000s.
It's just a modern model kit.
It's just a model kit of the character. So here's the thing: we don't know what the price is going to be of the Ronin Warrior figure, but we already know the price of the model kit from Bandai, which is like $65 or something like that. Which is
I saw
supposedly 30-minute mission anime crossovers are $50 kits for some freaking reason.
Like they're a bit more expensive than the normal 30-minute kits. We're not that expensive. What I saw on BBTS, where is it?
No, I saw the prices. They got them for like $55.
It's 64. 65. 65 on Big Bad. Horrible. I paid the similar prices for.
But yeah, but the thing is, I hope the Takara figure that they announced, even though it looks like it's going to be big and expensive, I have a bad feeling that new Takara figure is also going to be way expensive, which is like, why is Ronin Warriors the most overpriced
like, isn't there
line?
a new Ronin Warriors anime coming out?
Yeah. Right?
Yeah, because I think
it's supposed to be in spring.
Yeah, because I think the new the Bandai model kit's based off that. Because I'm looking at it, it looks like a new design.
Yeah, no, and so's the new figure. So is the new figure that was announced right at. Okay, so that Zoids figure that Sound was talking about for the Garo, it was announced right before they announced the Ronin Warriors thing because the panel was hosted by Mega Blue. It was a live stream from Takara.
Okay.
Like the other day.
Yeah, that was where all.
So it was on the same show.
From. Yeah. Okay.
With the Ava Optimus.
So basically, model kits are part of T-Spark now. Is that what I'm?
Yeah. I think they're trying to incorporate some of the model stuff, but they're also trying to make die-cast stuff of already existing stuff. It's getting really confusing.
Yeah, I'm starting to get confused on
because I'm afraid that I'm afraid that the Takara. Because looking at that Takara figure for the Ronin Warrior, I'm assuming it's going to be like Armor Plus prices of like $80 to $100. And I'm just like, why is there no affordable Ronin Warriors figures coming out?
It's the same thing like the Samurai Pizza Cats are always stupid expensive. Right? Which is why I'm hoping the Yellow Park ones aren't. My God, Ronin Warriors figures are very expensive on Big Bad Toy Store.
The model kit I'm tempted to get if I like the new anime because I do like it. And like 65 is not horrible. It's like about the same price as a Figure-Eye standard.
It
like,
is kind of
Rider kit,
expensive for
practically.
30-minute
I think that's my
missions, though.
problem. Yeah, that's what my
Yeah.
problem. Exactly, that's my
That
problem. Is
was the
that they're calling them
yeah.
30-minute missions, but they're making them more expensive, like a Figure
Not-
Eyes or a Super
Not
Robot
all
Wars
30
Hybrid.
not all 30 missions are cheap because I know like the Armor Core kits are around.
I
more
guess.
expensive.
Oh, you know what it is? Duh. It's like staring us in the face. If it's licensed, it's more expensive.
Yeah.
30-minute
that's
missions and
the case.
30-minute fantasy are all, and 30-minute girls, they're all unlicensed. Because I'm looking at it here. The Madoka Magica 30 minutes preferences are like $58 and $59, whereas like a normal 30 minutes fantasy is $28 because there's no license attached to it.
Yeah, that's definitely the case.
Yeah, so if it's licensed, yeah, the price is going to go up.
Because like the big advantage of being part of the dirty branding is being compatible in that system, pretty much.
Yeah.
I think that's the only disappointment is that like the branding's. I think the branding's too expensive. I think it makes it too expensive for your general audience.
Yeah.
That's
I think
been accustomed to the.
yeah, and I don't think even if it wasn't dirty mission, I'm pretty sure it would still be the same price though. I think.
Yeah, it doesn't matter like what line it's in. I think it's just that's the price it's going to be because of the license cost. It's like Ghostbusters
they're just using.
stuff.
Yeah, they're just using the dirty mission system as a system so it can be compatible with any other brands pretty much. It's actually a Lego thing. I realize that now.
Oh yeah. Speaking of collaborations between brands and providing overexpensive, uninteresting product, here's what He-Man Optimus Prime looks like.
Man, these are lame.
It's just so damn lame.
Like when you think when you think Master Transformers collab, like what if we get like a cool like Battle Cat that could turn into like a He-Man looking Transformer? No, it's just He-Man cosplay as Optimus Prime.
The fact he just has gray, undetailed pants. Like, what the hell, man? Like, this is so low effort, and it's disappointing as hell that this is the collaboration. Oh my God, he does look like an NFL Super Pro. Oh my God, are we gonna have to NFL Super Pro? I gotta show the stream. I gotta remember that I know all these things, but it doesn't mean everybody else does. Guy, oh my God, he does look like an NFL Super Pro.
He also sells Prime Sword.
Yeah, he stole Prime Sword. Look, guys, chat, y'all, everybody, all genders accepted here. It's an NFL Super Pro. Look at that design.
He-Man. And look at He-Man.
And then look at He-Man Optimus. He-Man Optimus, NFL Super Pro. He-Man Optimus, Super Pro.
Oh wow.
You know what?
You're
All the parts in Origin, you probably could literally make an Super Pro in Origins.
You just hack off the. You just change. You could change the helmet a little bit. Hack off the smokestack. You're done.
Makes me think a little bit of old timey Shredder too for some reason.
The mouth plate.
Mouth plate, yeah.
Yeah, probably the mouth plate.
And then we have Scareglow,
Skeletor, or sorry,
Mask as well. Yeah. AR's got a plate there.
Yeah, the mask. Scareglow Starscream at least looks a little better. Like there's at least something going on.
I think TJ Omega said best where it looks like they're wearing Spirit Halloween costumes.
Yes, that's what makes them feel so cheap. Like unlicensed Spirit Halloween costumes at that.
Yeah, because because I think because that's the thing. The reason why Turtle Grayskull works so well, I think, compared to this, and I mean the Thundercat line is like the middle of the two. I feel.
Yeah.
But like because the Turtle Grayskull feels like a proper crossover. Like it's not just like the He-Man character wearing turtle costume. No, it's Turtles wearing mastered style armor and
like when the Turtles got Power Ranger forms and they look like they were purpose made for the Turtles.
Or we get mutant He-Man, Ram-Man, where like He-Man gets like becomes the Hulk and Ram-Man gets like actual ram horns. So that was a proper crossover. Here it's literally just I Scarecrow should cosplay as Starscream.
You know what's crazy though is his null rays fit on his arms unlike Slipstream.
Yep.
Also, for everyone wondering, all the Bumblebee, the Megatron, the Optimus are exclusive to Target, and the Starscream is exclusive to Mattel Creations.
Why? Is it because of Scareglow?
I don't know.
Also, like I get Scareglow because the ghost of Starscream, blah blah blah. But I think someone mentioned it should have been Evelyn.
Yes.
Starscream.
That feels like it fits better. Yeah, I don't get why 3 of them are Target and then one of them's exclusive to Mattel Creations. Like, why not all 4 at Target?
Yeah. I think the only one, if I were to pick up one, is a Skeletor Megatron, 'cause that's just the perfect 80s villain right there.
Yeah, that
And
one
that's
feels
it.
like it's the best of the 4. Muteki said they look like Human Pretenders. No, the Human Pretenders had more effort put
Yeah,
in.
but I was gonna say, I would like them if they were. Honestly, they should have done that. Honestly,
Yeah, if they were just the Autobot Pretender shells.
opposable. Like
Yeah.
honestly, I would bought. I'll fully buy that one 'cause I love the Pretenders. I love the Pretenders.
The stuff I want to
if
see out of Transformers, not here's the first 3 years of Transformers regurgitated 10 times. Like, throw me a Pretender, man. Yeah.
I love to see
Anyway.
I'll throw you a
Melhawk.
pretender.
love
You
to
know
see-
I will.
I know.
I would love to see Melhawk in Melhawk Pretender shell and an opposable action figure.
Remember
Like,
when
you
Super
know,
7 was doing guys like Banzaitron, and I was like, oh, you're going to do the whole Action Master line? And then they just didn't.
Blockies, if you're listening,
Yes.
come on. The Galaxy version or Defender version, wherever Galaxy set up
For-
Pretender shell
Pretender
figures.
shells and Action Masters who never were regular Transformers, and you got my money.
Come on, Blockies. Come on. You're running out of characters to do.
Exactly. You're burning through the
eventually.
cast. Come on, do the cool stuff. All right. I hope this is the end of this, because if they make 2 more of these, I think I'm going to cry.
Well, the only one left of the Evergreen crew is Grimlock, and I guess that could be Trapjaw. No, he's a villain.
They could do Grimlock and Soundwave.
What? Grimlock would be what? Ram Man?
Maybe.
Ram? Because
Look,
they can't do a
Man at
villain.
Arms is Bumblebee, so nothing makes sense character-wise. Like,
Yeah, I know.
it's probably
But
going to be
can-
like...
Why isn't Man at Arms like? Why isn't Man at Arms Brawn?
Not Brawn.
Really? Come on.
Yeah, I
Right,
know. Everyone
exactly.
agrees. Everyone says that. He should have been Brawn.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't know. I want to speculate anymore. Let's move on. Nacelle showed off 2 new Star Trek figures. For the 20th anniversary of Star Trek Enterprise, we got to see T'Pol, who only had a figure from Diamond Select Toys and was only in her environmental suit because Diamond Select never got around to making the regular suit version. But she looks really good.
She looks like she's wearing like that 50s, 70s future go-go boots. Like,
Yes.
look, I don't know. It's like she screams that to me.
I liked her costume from season 1 and 2 more than her costume from season 3 and 4, but Jolene Blaylock was miserable in her costume from season 1 and 2 because it was too form-fitting and it took like 2 hours to remove just to go to the bathroom, whereas this one actually fit and was more comfortable, and she wasn't dying inside the whole time. So I will say this is the better costume for the humanity aspect of it. And it's also nice that they just jumped and did a later season Enterprise look, because we'll probably get the season 1 and 2 look when they do the wave of Enterprise characters. So that's pretty nice. And then the other figure is Bim, and Bim is from Star Trek the Animated Series. And Bim's whole deal is that he could split his limbs apart.
Is he like King Hiss?
Yes, kind of like King Hiss. His big thing, yeah, because he's got the big stretchy arms. His big thing is his head would float separate from his body, which I can imagine is possible here. It was really fun because the same alien species showed up in Lower Decks, and they're doing a play on that. Crazy limb stuff, and that's not to scale on the little ladder thing because it'll actually probably be full size.
I'm about to say, what's up with the weird ladder thing?
It's a Filmation cartoon, so it's a lot. Bim is one of those characters where you remember the design more than you remember the episode.
I do like he looks like a cartoon. Also, why is he wearing a MMPR suit with the diamond in the middle?
Ask Toei Productions for stealing Bim's fit, okay? They stole his flow, all right? Nacelle is killing it still. I love them. All right, let's talk about Mondo and their 1/12 scale He-Man figures.
Being outpriced. I love being outpriced in one of my favorite things.
Yeah, so we saw them, and they had said we hope to make them cheaper than the Ghostbusters. Apparently that meant they're going to be more expensive than the Ghostbusters.
Those are 2-packs.
Yeah,
Are 2-packs.
well, I was saying in the Ghostbusters are 2 packs of $202, which means each figure's $101. So He-Man being $115 means he's more. Technically. Now, here's the thing. There is a timed edition exclusive to Mondo, and then there will be a standard edition. So this is the loadout. That extra head with the long hair and the base, that's exclusive to the timed edition. The standard release that'll be at other retailers will be $95, and that is cheaper than a Ghostbuster. So they did live up to their promise there. But if you want the timed edition with everything, it's $115. This is definitely inspired by the 2000X toys more than the cartoon.
Feel more like based off the Four Horsemen designs, which is not
Yeah.
bad because those are gorgeous figures.
And
But,
Mattel
yeah.
is doing their line based on the cartoon looks, so I think this is a good contrast.
That might be a licensing thing. I won't be surprised.
It may be less of a licensing thing and more of like the two teams talked and Mattel was like, we're going to do the cartoon ones, and then Mondo's like, we're going to do the extra crazy detail because he's got furry boots and furry loincloth.
But he still has that pretty anime boy face.
He does. I think these look great, but like they're way out of my price range. And
Yeah.
honestly, because these are only about 6 inches tall, personally speaking, if I'm going to buy a Mondo figure at the prices they sell them at, I would go for one of their 1/12 figures. They're twice as much. Like the 1/12 figures are like $200 to $230, but I don't know. I don't know why $200 to $230 for a 12-inch figure feels better than $115 for a 6-inch one.
I mean, and the fact that the 10X classic line is origin line is gonna be, I think, 6-inch scale. I think they said.
Yep.
I think it's like.
Oh,
yeah,
plus you have to pay tariff and shipping on top of this. I saw people ordering this and Clawful and having to spend like nearly $400.
Yikes.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, I'm gonna stick with the Mattel Origins line when that comes out for 10X Masters because that's gonna be more affordable.
Yep, these do look nice though.
So man, there's some photos where they're just showing how ripped He-Man is. He's just like,
yeah, it becomes a
he's without
bodybuilder photo shoot at some point.
I know, which hey, show off, but my god.
Clawful is $125. There is no exclusive stuff with him. It's just timed to be early. I don't know if he's exclusive to Mondo Shop, but
He does look really nice, I admit.
they do look nice.
Like the sculpting work alone, like man, that is gorgeous.
And the little critters and the extra articulation. I think they do look like good figures. They're just out of my price range for the scale of figure they are.
Yeah.
So, but they look
Mondo
nice.
Mondo makes great stuff that I can never buy because they're always out of my price range.
You guys know what stuff I bought from Mondo recently?
That isn't a question. Is it a figure or is it one of those like CDs or
I
vinyls?
bought their CDs for the Batman and Superman soundtracks.
Yep.
The whole order was $50 after shipping.
Yikes.
That was it was weird because I got a shipping notice from Mondo. I'm like, I didn't order any toys from them, forgetting that they started as a record company.
That's what I know them for, is
Yeah.
their posters and their CDs.
That's where they started, but then they got into the toy market so hard that now it's like overridden my brain. Yeah, they make CDs. They do make vinyl records, but they do have some CDs because I think
Is that gonna be like the opposite? Is that gonna be like the opposite with Nostalgia? Like, oh yeah, they do more stuff besides toys.
Yeah, kind of like I think it's going to happen at some point. Because I never talk about their music releases. I don't talk about music professionally because I like keeping that a hobby. Gotta keep something a hobby. Can't monetize all my hobbies. I'll be miserable.
Besides, I don't think you could monetize your love of music, but you're gonna get copyright claims.
Exactly.
Hard.
The kind of videos I would want to make about music would make me like go, all right, now listen to this bit. And then, okay, so you hear this part of this part. Isn't that cool how it sounds like this and it works like this? You know, that's what I want to do, but then the copyright comes out.
Literally what I do with Wheels when I tell them about music.
And then you go, oh yeah, my check's gone.
Yep. Anyways, monthly Mafex, we have Bloodsport from the Suicide Squad, which I kind of forgot they never made.
Mr. Knuckles the Echidna?
Mr. Knuckles the Echidna. Mr. I just had his name from Cyberpunk in my head. Solomon Reed. Mr. Solomon Reed.
I'm about to mention his character from Cyberpunk.
Yeah, that was where my brain was going, but did not make it there first try. He looks really good. If you into that, he comes with a ton of accessories, which is good for Bloodsport because that was the whole thing.
It seems how it reminds me of. Have you seen Absolute Universe Joker?
I wish I could unsee Absolute Universe Joker.
But my favorite thing is just all the memes, people going like absolute blank of all Batman's rogue guys looking like Eldritch Wars. And I just saw someone just put a Xenomorph for Absolute Bloodsport, and I just died.
Yep.
I love all the memes of the poor Bruce fighting all these Eldritch Horrors in Absolute Universe.
Poor guy. The other figure we got a Gambit, which they're calling the comic edition, which is true because it's actually comic colored, and I forgot that the first Mafex Gambit was actually like anime color, like more of the
Like anime series.
yeah anime series, which technically counts as anime because of that opening they made.
We cry for the moon.
Yeah, it looks really good. If I was collecting Mafex X-Men, I wouldn't be collecting much else, so I'm not buying it. But
Do you buy Mafex Storm or no?
I have Mafex Storm. I do not have Mafex Wolverine because when they first released him, the quality control was crap. So I was like,
But did you pre-order the Brownstone one?
no, I didn't because I.
Wait, really? I'm surprised, honestly.
I was going to, but he was a show exclusive, and his price point was too damn high. I have a limit with Wolverine. I don't have a limit with Storm, but I do have a limit with Wolverine.
Yeah, as mentioned, you don't have a limit for Wolverine, but not for Storm.
I don't have a limit for Nightcrawler because it's so infrequent. I don't have to worry about it. You know, like Nightcrawler gets. What is it like? There's no Mafex Nightcrawler. Mondo's got a Nightcrawler.
Isn't there a Mondo? Isn't there a Mondo?
There is a Mondo.
Nightcrawler?
Which I.
Is there a Mondo Storm? Is there a Mondo Storm yet?
They showed Mondo Storm, but she hasn't gone up for order yet. So.
One of the coolest but strange things Mondo Days gave Rogue the evolution head, which is really damn cool. But man, it was so weird seeing.
It is. Their Storm. They've advertised their Storm is coming with the X-Men '97 short hair, with the mohawk hair and the long hair and multiple things. So it's like it's a both in one. I think I'm gonna need it. But anyways, next up we have Black Manta from Aquaman and the Lost Potential. Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom.
I mean, hey, this could be their comic shelf because he's so damn comic accurate.
He is. Oh man, I wish he was as good in this movie as he was in the first 10 minutes.
Oh, is he that ripped? What's up with the Dragon Ball Z veins?
That's how he looked in the movie, man. That's how he looked in the movie. He had the veins.
He's that ripped. He's that ripped.
He's that ripped. And he was also like possessed by an evil trident for most of it, which took all the bite out of the character.
Oh, I think there's supposed to be scars, but like I just think like I thought they're like
no, they're veins. They're veins. Yeah. No, I think it looks great. My biggest bummer with that movie was when they made him possessed by an evil trident and that he lost all his agency because he was like cracking jokes in the first part of the movie, and I was just like, this is great. Wait, why did he lose his sass? And then we got Peacemaker, which, makes sense because he has a show right now. Of which I am now officially in the enjoying it camp.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
you're liking it now.
This episode from last week, the episode 6, made me go from I'm intrigued by this story to I can't wait for next week. I'm locked in now.
I do love now people are talking about the emote of the dance.
Yes.
The intro in Fortnite.
Fortnite should have known that season 1 dance was foreshadowing and should have picked up on that. Yeah, the most recent episode got me going like, I need to see what happens next.
Oh god, I'll say that scene where Waller's daughter was going in the streets and everybody was pointing, was like, "Oh god, run, get out of there!"
My exact phrase was, "Girl, you in danger. Start running." And all props to Danielle Brooks. She ran longer and faster than I could on a good day. I am very excited for the rest of Peacemaker Season 2. I am probably going to go back and watch Season 1, specifically for Adebayo, though, because she is my favorite character in that show. And Danielle Brooks is amazing. And I want her to get a highlight. Now.
She's a highlight, Season 1. As many people, she's like one of the best new non-comic characters, she's characters to be added scenario.
Absolutely. All right. Now for our Bandai toy news, sponsored by Spin Dash, as in he did all the work so I didn't have to.
Every time you say you should always wink with the shine.
I wish I could, but my damn glasses get that reflection from the computer, so you can't even tell I'm winking. Or I'll wink with the wrong eye. Rocket Raccoon syndrome. Anyways, we thought Bandai might wait a little bit to do the next Hibiki CSM, but they said, 9 days is enough. So the Henshin Kaigan Onjo and Onka has been up for pre-order for it's 18,500 yen, not 16,500 yen. It is smaller than the deluxe toy, so that it can be more accurate. It is got sound effects and BGMs on the bracelet, and there are metal parts and paint all over the place, and it comes with a disc animal. And it does include the three-way transformation because it does include multiple parts. So if you have it with the complete face, Spin Dash in the chat just waving. Hi, Spin Dash. Thank you. So if you have it with the clean face and the red strings with the green background, that is Todoroki's version of the Kaigan, which is the Onjo. If you have it with the gold strings, green background, and clean face, that is Zanki's version, the Onka. And then if you have the then it's also the Onka, I think, for Shuki, where she's got the cracked face and then the red lines with the green background. So you get all three string users in here, and then you also get the three-way transformation from that episode, which is cool. There also comes with an alternate brace piece, so you can clip the disc animal on the back of the brace, like you see in the series.
I wish we had more female rider suits like Shuki, because I like that Shuki can't really tell she's a female rider because there's no obvious boobs and such like that in her design.
I like that, and she's not like pink.
Yeah, I always like Shuki's design a lot.
I wish I liked her character. God, that bitch. Anyways, I ordered this because my boy Todoroki. Todoroki's my guy.
I still wish you got the guitar.
I wish we did too, but then I would have had to buy it, and then I would have had to ship it, and then maybe I wouldn't like it at that point. But
yeah, but you could pretend you be Lord Raptor at the very end.
I could do a lot of stuff with the guitar, guys. I can fake guitar play pretty good. Can't actually guitar play, but I can fake. Did you ever play
Guitar Hero and such as a kid?
Do you know how much Guitar Hero I played? I had the Guitar Hero 3 World Tour full band set. We're talking
you got the whole
the guitar,
the mic and the drum,
the bass, the mic, and the drum kit. I still have it. It's in a tub, but you know, I learned how to play Pat Benatar's Heartbreaker to 100% perfection on hard. That's how much Guitar Hero I played.
It's one of those things where it's like, no wonder you love rhythm games so much, and no wonder you like music a lot now.
Exactly. It's all part of it, right? Like, because the thing is that playing Guitar Hero, like Guitar Hero specifically, because like there's other games like Fortnite Festival that are a little too just auto-generated, but Guitar Hero will make you learn chords if you play it enough. Like you have to learn chords at some point because the buttons are all correlated. But Heartbreaker, that was the one I played and learned the best. I also played Band on the Run a lot by Wings. That one was fun. Crazy Train I always had trouble with because that song's, you have to be on cocaine to write that song. You have to be on cocaine to play that song. It is not easy.
Have you tried to play Fire in the Flames and Expert?
No, I haven't. I didn't do anything on Expert. I wasn't that good.
That's why you fail.
Heartbreaker on hard is the best I could do. But anyways, Guitar Boy's device. I'll probably review it. Should I review
it? You can master.
Short or is it full video?
You can master.
Full video. Yeah. Could I master what?
I was gonna say you can master the Fire and Flames easily on Guitar Hero, but try that on a real guitar. Yeah, no, stop. Don't even try.
Will your hands actually get shredded?
Try, my boy.
Your hands would get shredded. I feel,
bro. Oh my god. Bro, I've tried, man. I tried.
There was a
and Jerry can confirm. Jerry, what's the old adage of when I told you I learned guitar? What was the funniest thing ever? When I told you I learned guitar, and you were like, "Oh shit, that means you actually did know guitar."
Oh, when you told me about
when Jerry tried to fact check me, yeah, when I said the first two songs you're taught are "Smoke on the Water" and "Iron Man," and I was like, "Fuck."
Yep, I was like, "Yep, all right, never mind." That's
my musical history.
And then I told Jerry,
yeah,
and I told Jerry how the third song I learned was the Imperial March from Star Wars.
You'd think with that much, me being a drummer and all that, I would play a lot of Guitar Hero, Rock Band. Nope. I played Amplitude and Frequency a lot though.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if you remember those games. Those are the precursors to those games actually.
Mm-hmm. I was gonna say is like my musical experience is 7 years of trombone in middle school and high school.
It's trombone, all right.
Got a Guitar Hero, being an expert at Samba de Amigo, and
tromboner.
And now I
I was just gonna say.
And now I don't play any instruments anymore. I just sing casually.
How do you feel about trombone?
Is there anything funny about the word tromboner?
I was in marching band in high school, so I heard that a lot.
How do you
being funny?
How do you feel about Trombone Simulator when that was coming in the rounds? When
That one made me gag because of how inaccurate it was.
Is it like your dad with
Top Gun.
Top
Yep.
Gun? Yeah.
Or me watching a animated TV show that takes place of characters on a movie set, and I'm just like, y'all have never left your offices drawing this. You have not walked onto a set. You know nothing. No, it's kind of the same thing. Because with Trombone Simulator, there's like, it loses the fact of that. I don't want to like do this to all my trombone fellow players, but we all fake it till we make it, okay? That's the fake it till you make it instrument, all right? It is just like, high notes are here, low notes are there, figure out the rest of it in between. Like, I didn't know anybody that, like, was perfect spot on trombone. Even, like, the best player in the class, he also was faking it, I could tell. He always played it off like he wasn't, but...
I was supposed to play trumpet, but I couldn't.
Did you and your family
They
ever
told
play
me I
Wii?
couldn't.
Did you and your family ever play Wii Music together?
No, I actually never did. That
That's
E3
right.
presentation turned me off of ever wanting it.
That'd be like a
That was awful.
I-
That E3
I'm
that was one of
surprised
the worst
that-
ever.
I think
Yeah.
I'm surprised that'd be like a game you and your mom and will play or something like that.
You would think, but we had Guitar Hero 3 World Tour for the Wii, so we were covered. We were covered. Yeah, no, it's funny. One of those things is just like learning how to play music. I never could figure out actually reading music, but I understood music and how it's written. And so it's like, that's just part of me at this point, that I just know like music stuff. That's why I like Hibiki, because it's a music themed writer series. And that's also why I hate the last half or the last third of Hibiki, because they drop all the music elements out of it.
They really should try doing a music theme Toku or Sentai or writer
Sentai would be
again. I
great.
feel like.
Here, guys, just do it as Sentai because and every member is a bandmate.
Yeah, no, it's
Yeah.
so easy. I'm surprised they haven't
And
done
what you
a
do is,
music theme.
and what you do is,
Sentai yet.
guys, this is what you do. This is what you do. All right, hear me out. Hear me out, guys. Just hear me out. I'm cooking with this one.
Okay.
All right, just make the lead. You made the lead member of the group female.
Yes.
Make her pink or red. Do it for the first time ever. Make her like a rock band idol, where it's a rock pop idol group, and all the other members of the group are guys. Make it why there's only one chick is because she's the lead singer. Maybe have the sixth ranger be a chick for once, and she's the backup singer.
Now,
Bam!
Now I'm just realizing the villain group should just be a rival boy band. Just so
Exactly.
K-pop
No, they're like
demon-
they're
K-pop
either
demon
a
hunt.
boy
Yeah,
band
K-pop
or
demon
a hard
hunters.
heavy metal.
Yeah,
Or
or
a
a hard
heavy
heavy
metal
metal.
band.
Yeah, that'd work too. Yeah. Like, but yeah, rival group I think is great. I love everybody sharing their music stories in the chat. I'm reading them, by the way. I'm just not reading them out, but thank you guys for sharing those.
We'll get
I
your
love
stories
that idea.
later.
I love that idea, and it's just reminding me of my favorite K-pop Demon Hunters post I ever saw, which was someone's letterboxd review of the movie was, when you think about it, this is nepotism versus industry plant. So true. What were we talking about? Hibiki,
Music.
Todoroki, my boy.
Music.
I ordered his brace. I will review because I ordered the tuning fork and I ordered the brace because I knew this was coming, so I just skipped Hibiki's. I just don't care enough about them. I'll review those two. Once I get them in hand, if there's enough stuff to talk about with the tuning fork, I'll do its own video. Otherwise, I'll wait and just do them together. So, anyways, what were we saying?
Yeah, I was about to say, I think it was best if you reviewed them together because,
Yeah.
instead of having two bombs, you can have one bomb just in case.
Yeah. No, because the Toku videos are real toss-up. They'll either be a big hit or nothing. So we'll see. I don't know about the music on these, to be honest, Psychos. I haven't looked. I just kind of was like, Todoroki, click.
That might be you might want to watch out when you do reviews on them then.
Yeah, I always got to watch out. I always play like 3 seconds of the music just so you get an idea what track it is. And that usually I'm okay, but Bandai got me on the CSA Digivices, but not for the music, for them saying I used their footage when I didn't. Psycho said Todoroki Click is also me with My Hero Academia. I forget that's a character in that show, but you know what? Fair. Because that's
Maybe
me with
that's
Nico
danger.
Robin.
That might be a danger if they ever make a cross-loader CSA, because all you're gonna get is "We the cross too hard."
Oh my god, all the
constantly.
time. All the time, because they only have one Evolution song. And like 3 versions of it. Alright. The other thing is that if you were wondering where's the other Showa writers from the Showa Writer watch set that was based on the stage play, Bandai was like, here's Skyrider, Super 1, Zaycross Black, and Shadow Moon, releasing in March for 11,000 yen. I don't know why this didn't just go up at the same time. Why wait 4 days?
Shadow Moon assassinated Black RX to be included.
Yes, but that's because I had forgotten Black RX already was made because he was one of the movie villains. They did Black RX, the Amazon writers, and somebody else as like the movie villains.
It was like
so.
It was like the weirdo gang of that in between.
That's
era
right. It was the
villain,
Shinzetto J writer, the Black and Black RX writer, and the Amazon's writer. And then they did watch sets that were all the original versions. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was all the weird Heisei stuff.
But I just loved it. It's Shadow Moon. It's like it's all the writers plus Shadow Moon.
Yep.
It's like the Teen Titans Go, like Teen Titans Go and
Bumblebee. And then not to be outdone, like 3 days later. Here's a deluxe set with Zet's Gav and 01, because 01's watch was a candy toy before. And Saber and Saber through Gotchard already had deluxe watches, so they're like, we caught up now. Hooray. Just weird they're just dropping these out of nowhere.
I like 01's like, I'm hero, so don't forget about me.
Yeah, 01 was them going, whoops, we forgot. And I just keep yelling, where's my damn Chemi cards? Bandai. They're like, we're gonna go finish every other gimmick and then maybe we'll make the cards. Maybe. Craziness. Yeah, Legend Rider Chemi card set, base Chemi card set, Repli Chemis, Rainbow Chemi. We were missing a ton of cards. They never got even close to finishing. Spin Dash wants a secondary set that also has a proper gim, and then everything on screen will be there. That's a good point, because we didn't get the deluxe gim. Or deluxe cross Z. Blade Raider says I have to wait for the Magic the Gathering crossover if I want my Chemi cards. You know what? That actually has a higher chance of happening. A Common Rider Magic the Gathering set has a higher chance of happening in Chemi cards than right now.
Oh yeah, because was it for Bill? Wasn't like Cross Z's bottle like exclusive to somewhere, or was it the lock full bottle was exclusive?
The lock full bottle was exclusive to a promotional campaign. Cross Z's Ride Watch was the promotional campaign for Gio's stuff.
Gio.
And the first premium Bandai Gio thing was the deluxe Grease Watch. Craziness. All right. SH Figure Arts. Not too crazy over here. This is kind of stuff we've seen. Boba Fett classic version from Book of Boba Fett, which is a updated digital coloring version that is more accurate to the show appearance. This is to go with the Mando re-release.
So where's the Boba Fett Generations, and then Boba Fett Generations with classic and modern Boba Fett, alongside the side story of Mandalorian Generations?
That's honestly not too far off from how the Book of Boba Fett show was structured, to be honest. They're randomly like, let's go have a Mandalorian episode. But was not in one of the episodes of his own show.
So it's a Shadow Gens.
Yep.
Star Wars.
It is funny, too, that Figure Arts has made this design twice, and Hasbro's made this design 0 in Black Series.
Oh my god, was that show just an allergy for Hasbro?
I guess.
I know the show's not like.
Yeah, they at least made Fennec Shand the best part of it. And they made Chrysanthemum. Spindash says, first Star Wars SJF I'm skipping ever. They really had to go, here's an improved version of a previous figure with less stuff. Yeah, they've been doing that a lot lately, and it's annoying.
I like the soft goods skirt he has.
It is nice. Alright, Kaioshin Mini from Daima is getting made before Kaioshin. Because nothing's fair in this world.
Like him in the next figure, they should have made a 2-pack. They're too stupid expensive for what they are.
He comes with Goku's stuffed his face plus the little bag of bugs. They are so tiny. I saw the Daima Goku in person this weekend.
Yes, I saw it at Walmart, and I'm like, I ain't paying that much.
They're good figures, and I think 34 is all right for them. But like,
any more than
when
that.
you're getting, it's too much. At least with Piccolo, he has the wire cloth cape, so I can go like, okay. Plus, he has extra parts to have him be on, without the bandana and stuff like that. But Shin and Pansy are like, they should have been in a 2-pack because they don't come with enough stuff for themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And are they retail over here? Because they're P Bandai in Japan.
Yeah, I think they're retail.
Oh yeah. Okay, they are on Big Bad. I was going to see what the Big Bad price was.
Man,
Pyramid Bandai is still down.
my dinner's about to be out, isn't it?
$75 is the U.S. price. And here's Pansy.
Ugh.
We're gonna wrap this show up because I just realized how long we were talking about Guitar Hero. Pansy, same deal. Does she not even come with her
It's
gun?
good. No,
Does she not come with her gun?
you know she used
Is
that
it-
a
No,
lot.
watch it come with someone else. You know, buy this character to have her
They're gonna
gun.
make
You
her
know,
dad.
how it
And
is.
he comes with the gun.
Yeah,
That gotta be
exactly.
the case, yeah. We're just like, well, give the girl the Glock. She
Like,
used that Glock a
She
lot.
should have her Sparking Zero moveset.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and then we got Tomoro Shigaraki, retail release, 11,000 yen for My Hero
He looks-
Academia.
He looks so good. Like the
looks really
wired
great.
like tattered cloak, and he comes with his disgusting flesh. The good context in the series, he practically shed his skin to his final form. If you're wondering what that skirt thing is,
So he's
that's
like
his,
Skin from X-Men, but without the social constructs to realize I shouldn't do that.
Yeah, no, he's evil. He looks good. Like he he has the ace ad crunch. I know this, and like yes, more figure arts should have that, please. And like stuff like that. Like he looks so good.
Oh, P Bandai is back up. Oh, good to know. I thought it wasn't back yet. Cool. Yeah, he looks really amazing. He looks like he's got the articulation system that like Ace got. So
Yeah, which I'm really glad because especially for the main villain of the series, he should have
Mhm.
something like that next Deku, especially.
and then
So
here we
can't wait for
have Kamen Rider Old number 2. It is specifically Kamen Rider 2 from the Kamen Rider vs. Shocker movie, which is the Dark Helmet version they used later for other crossovers. It's a say.
Make sure
I
you don't
think
get the. You love the term Kamen Rider old number 2.
Old number 2. Let's go look at P Bandai. Did they change the website designing it? Okay, it's the same. Hey, the D3 colors are back up for order if you missed them. Or at least the main 2 colors. I don't know about the deluxe one. Let's see. Yeah, it's just the blue and the black, not the deluxe Ultraman one. But hey, those are up. Everything else is the same. So hopefully they start listing stuff like the Cross Wars VPETs, because I want one. So Bandai, put it up. Don't be a bitch this time. All right. Spin says comes with accessories for a super duper hard to find exclusive version of Ichigo. Oh yeah, that's right. That's that other version that was like a exclusive shop version that I've seen sold for $1,000. No figure art should be $1,000. I don't care what the circumstance. All right, so that's the end of our show.
Not even that Paronga.
Yeah, not even that Barunga. Oh, Sego says, how's the Kaiser pre-orders in America? Japan's on round 3. Here it sold out in 5 minutes, and they never put up a second round.
Damn.
Yeah, but then also, that's because the second round went up in Japan the day that P Bandai went down for maintenance. It's been down for a whole week. So hopefully they're putting it up soon. Any other final questions? I'm really hungry. So I'm ready to wrap up.
My
The
dinner
biggest
is-
takeaway, people, is Santa really loves Guitar Hero.
I do. And I love Wolverine. Because I talked about that a lot, too. What else did I go on about? Digimon?
Digimon.
Yeah. Kaiser's back up. Let's go check. Want people to know if they can get Kaiser. I know people love that little psychopath. I don't.
I don't get you people.
I mean, there's some people that are like, why do you like Todoroki so much? And I'd be like, all right, fine. They're usually Kaiser fans, so. Where's Kaiser? I don't see him. Let me just search for him. Let me search for him. Yeah. Yeah, I think we're ready to. You guys want to start plugging while I look for Kaiser?
That's what he did tomorrow.
Me, I streamed Persona 5 Royal. I actually got plus back through get this, a gift card that a survey I took was like, here, you pick a gift card. I said, give me the PlayStation 1.
Nice.
And they're like, okay. But I'm still streaming Persona 5 Royal, so Soundout doesn't have to worry about playing games yet.
Yeah, I gotta edit a Digimon update guide tomorrow, so it makes my life easier not having to play anything.
Because I intend to finish it. I mean, it's New Game Plus. I can breeze through it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's on twitch.tv/FriderCast, 4 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah.
I also do commissions and webcomics on social
If
media.
Kaiser was back, he sold out again because
Well, that's me.
says out of stock. So That's Cows.
How about you,
doing
Dark Claw?
drawings.
You also do things.
It's like House. I
Similar
do
to me.
commissions like the one you see this very channel. You want to feel free to DM me to your Blue Sky or Sound Disco Crawl. Link in the description below.
Yay! And then for wheels,
One of these days we should team up. Me and Dark Claw.
ooh, like a collab project.
Yeah.
One day, if I'm playable.
That sounds like fun.
Or I'm always swamp with commission work like every month for my Ko-fi members.
So Kaiser was in stock 10 minutes ago. He's already gone. Damn, they better put up more.
What?
That's
Is it
crazy.
it's the Malibu Stacy? It's the Malibu Stacy all over again.
Yep.
I
What was I gonna check? Oh, you guys will get film school stories when we have less news and not that we don't run over by 30 minutes. that's when you guys will get extra stories come in when we unless I get distracted. while we're talking about something.
PSA for people. If you missed out on the live streams, the comment said Tokusatsu just literally just posted the full first episode on demand. Like you could just watch
Okay,
it.
yeah, I just saw that in the chat and I was just checking it. Yep, there we go. I told you guys, didn't I say in 2 weeks we'll have bullied them into putting VODs up? Look at that.
I mean that's just episode 1 so far, but we'll
They
see.
said we
So,
weren't going to get any video on demand until there was 5 episodes, but there's episode 1 right there. I hope that they just start uploading them. And if it's like, what is it? We're on 4 this week, right?
Episode 4 was last week, yeah.
Yeah. So we're on 4. So if they're going to be like on a 3-week delay, that's fine. Like I would hope that this is going to be like, I think the individual episodes are great because I think doing a 5-episode binge is good, but some people may just want to watch one episode and see if they like it. I think it's good. It's good. Also, they did mention at the Zets panel at LA Comic-Con that they're looking to, I believe the plan is to simulcast Kamen Rider from here on out. No word about back catalog stuff, but
I do commend Toei. They really are treating this seriously.
Yeah.
So far.
They're taking it seriously, and they're taking Digimon pretty seriously too. Like they're doing a panel at New York Comic Con for Digimon Beat Break, and they've got like the producer of the show flying out to talk to fans, which I think is awesome. So, on that note, though, before we get sidetracked again, we're wrapping up. We'll see y'all next week. I hope you have a great one, and enjoy the time we got. And we'll be back in 1 more week, and we'll stream and do this whole show all over again. It'll be fun. I don't have any movies to talk about next week, but soon I'm going to have the double feature of Tron Ares and New York Comic Con news. That's going to be a fun Monday, so stay tuned.
I thought we said like Tron Ares and Down Abbey or something funny like that.
It would be funny, but there's no more Downton Abbey. I thought the Demon Slayer Downton Abbey dichotomy was enough, so. Anyways, see you guys next week.